Niners! It's really gotta get warmed up. I haven't properly warmed up. Okay, seriously though, fam. Back first things first, because I know that all of us went through the same something similar watching Monday Night Football. It just dawned on me. Do you ever? I never expect that, and no matter when it happens, it always comes as a crashing, crushing shock. So that's why I said, there's just no reason to talk 49er football tonight. We can wait. But fam, here's another thing I came to realization of too. The next time a player is asking for more money, and you know how there's always thousands of people say, he's greedy. He needs to stop. Take one. That's. Ooh. I've really never jumped into those kind of conversations, not realistically. I may have said, man, that's asking for a lot. But my observation on that is always that, God, can we afford that and afford anybody else? Can he, usually my thing is, how is it going to tear the team apart and we lose people and things like that? But they're underpaid. Every last member of the NFL is underpaid. What is the price on a life? So when they go in there asking for millions of dollars, from now on, I hope they get it. I just don't. I changed my whole perspective on this. This is just frightening. And all the others, they're modern day gladiators. We're the people sitting up as the Romans were in the stands, watching the lions tear apart the Christians. So I said, man, come on, DeMar, pull. I just kept, come on, DeMar, come on, DeMar, pull through this. Please pull through this. Because we sit there and we look at that as entertainment. Those guys, that's what they work for all their lives to get to do. And then on one moment, and it's like Ryan Clark said, the most terrifying thing is going to be the first snap you see of next week's NFL. Because those are the kind of things that resonate with you forever. You never forget that. I mean, you remember the replay, right? He's standing there. He makes the play. He stands up. And it wasn't due to contact, which is what freaked me out. He just dropped. I said, whoa, what's that about? I saw that, you could see as he made the tackle, the helmet did get him a little bit. But it didn't seem like enough we've seen worse, right? So I didn't know, concussion? No, it was cardiac arrest. He has to resuscitate him. DeMar left us twice. They resuscitated him twice before they got him to UC Center, right? So yeah, that's really a frightening experience. So, and I don't know when it's so funny though, because Skip Bayless went and said the wrong damn thing about the game rescheduling and everything. So, for being concerned about it, and although I may have overjudged on that, somebody did point out to me, Bayless didn't say that DeMar was not important. He just said the game had no relevance somewhat. His wording's what threw me off. And T.O. went in there and just blasted him. But I remember Gio says, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Well, maybe Skip Bayless couldn't be that heartless. So, I don't know, fam. It's a lot of judgments going on now about everything's getting judged now. The game itself is getting judged. The legislation that takes place after every season as to how they can make the game safer. It's not a game that can be really made full 100% safe. They keep redesigning helmets. They keep doing a whole lot of things, and players are still coming up seriously hurt. In this case, I don't know if DeMar was hurt from that contact or is there something else going on with him, though. We'll have to find out later. But anyway, fam, we got another game coming up this week. So, meanwhile, the Niners passed another test. Niners versus Raiders was a game that ignited a conversation about how the Niners would deal with a game that really tested them under severe pressure. And boy, the Raiders, I hate to admit it, the Raiders brought it to us. I mean, the underachieving, star-studded personnel of the Vegas club, they actually played an inspiring game versus the Niners and came close to upsetting San Francisco. of whom were favored in that same city of Vegas by 7 to 10 points. Tonight, we'll go to the phones for final thoughts on the Niners' performance versus the Raiders and how you feel about after one of the most challenging wins of the 2022-23 season. Anything you want to add about DeMar and get off your chest, go right ahead and do that if you want to. Keep it in mind within the time amount we have for each person that comes in. Meanwhile, quickly, I'll go over this. Coach Shanahan spoke to reporters Monday via conference call, providing some injury updates from Sunday's overtime win against the Raiders. Two players, Aaron Banks and Dre Greenlaw, left the game with injuries. The Niners feared an MCL sprain for Banks, and Greenlaw sustained a back injury. Both underwent tests yesterday morning to determine the severity of the injuries. Banks' injury doesn't sound as severe as initially anticipated, but AB suffered knee and ankle sprains. And for now, will likely miss Week 18's contest versus the Cardinals. I ain't going to say we ain't going to need him because I didn't know how much we needed against the Raiders, and we damn near lost that game. Daniel Brunskill replaced Banks at left guard. He did an excellent job, actually. I'll never forget that block that Christian McCaffrey sat there. Big Brunskill come flying through the screen. Oh, no, you got to go. And oh, God, that chemistry started to develop in the 49ers, and McCaffrey is starting to segue in and become the dog. Debo, man, you got to hurry up, D. You got to get it. I'm looking at what? You know we're going to make that comparison sooner or later. Who's more important, Christian McCaffrey or Debo Samuel? I'm just saying. You know it's going to come up if it hasn't already. Shanahan was quoted, "We'll see how Banks is next week. We're definitely going to miss Aaron for at least one game," unquote. Meanwhile, the severity of Greenlaw's injury will be determined later this week. The hope is that he won't miss any time, but more tests are needed. Shanahan said this about Dre, quote, we're still with it being a holiday. We don't have them all the machines available to test Dre until tomorrow. So we'll find out then, which would have been today, and I don't know what happened. Actually, I don't even know. They haven't listed any results or given any details on what's going on with those two. But then there's All-Pro and everything else. C-Mac-C. Mrs. McCaffrey's baby boy sustained mild ankle sprain and is day-to-day. Coach Shanahan was not even sure when the injury even occurred. He looked the same from the first quarter as he did to the fourth. If he's hurting, nobody knew. McCaffrey's probably learned, don't show any pain, they'll make me sit down. You're damn right, Kristen. Be careful out there. Coach added that Debo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell will practice this week. Mitchell remains on the IR. Debo got some limited work on the practice field last week. Would the Niners like to have both play against the Cardinals was a question thrown at Kyle Shanahan. And Coach Shanahan responded by saying, quote, "Yeah, I mean, I know they definitely could help us win, that's for sure. If they're 100% and completely healthy and going, and they look great in practice, I mean, I'd like to talk to both of them about it too and see where they are and how confident they are. I'll definitely talk to the doctors. But usually, once they let them come out to practice, it's pretty good. We've just got to see how they're moving and how they feel through it and all. I know it's supposed to rain a bunch this week, so we'll see how much full speed stuff we can get in. But yeah, I'd love to get those guys out there. And I just want to make sure that they can help us and them not hurt us. Unquote. Coach sounds a little relieved about all this, but the rain is, because you got people in San Francisco area rolling down the street on surfboards, man. You know what? It's just like, ooh, it's a home game. We'll see. Because, God. Fam, here's the thing about this game with me, though. You can call the 49ers resilient. And actually, they're at a place now where it takes a while for a team to get. They played there was flaws in this game, unlike some of the other ones we played so far, especially since Brock Purdy's been around. We've been like, boy, we kick ass. Hey, we look smooth as silk. But this is what the good thing about this game. And, everybody, it's been said by most people, yeah, the 49ers finally got tested. Good. But look what they did. They rose above. See, and then others and Raider fans, y'all rose above what, man? Y'all, man, the thing is, we was out there. Don't say nothing about shorthanded, man, because you know what? Your team ain't the only one shorthanded, okay? It's that time of year when everybody's ouchies and people out. So for the 49ers to go out there and do it with Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, you got Jacobs, that running back who Nick Bosa said, that's the best running back I've ever played against. Oh, what Raiders? What that wasn't weak. Well, that's about as good as you guys get. And Stidham did a better job probably than Carr did. Off me. So anyway, as I say, 49ers did come up though. You know, I says that shows the mental toughness they're going to need going forward. Brock had a few moments, but he recovered and he remained cool. You know, Shanahan went over some of the things that he thought that Brock could have did better on, but he still came back. You know, because the nice thing about Brock's incidents or his little mistakes, they're not so big that they can't immediately be corrected. That's what I like about him. In the secondary, we're all concerned about the secondary. Hufanga and Lenore. You know what, though? Hufanga's still on the curve learning. He'll be fine. Diamador has looked good every week, and like I said all during the course of the game, listen, y'all, please. Devontae does that against some of the best defensive backs in the league. So, you know, we decided it's time to see if we can replace Diamador. He ain't going to see anybody like Devontae Adams anymore this year. Why? Because the Raiders ain't going to no playoffs or no Super Bowl else. And I granted, there's other great wide receivers out there. But how many games have we played against teams that had great wide receivers and Demo may have gave up 1 or 2 times at the most? So I ain't scared. I refuse to be scared. Why? Because as most people say, Ronbo, you're delusional, man. Y'all weak in that area. I'm not worried. I refuse to worry. I don't feel like being stressed out about that pass rush. I still ask this question. How good is that Raiders offensive line? Where was the pass rush? We were making a lot of noise. We get a lot of pressure here and there. But Stidham had a clean pocket most of the day. Colton Miller kept Nick Bosa in control all day long with the exception of the fourth quarter when Nick finally said, enough, and got in there. and knocked a Raider, almost killed Stidham with his. He took one Raider to whoop another one with it. You know, wham! As Nick explained it, I think his hand hit the player in front of him or something, so that ball I was delighted. How did Nick put it? He said, I was kind of delighted to just see that ball float up there. Soft-spoken beast, ain't he? And it did. Here comes Gibson. Yeah! Wham! Boy, this team, and see, fam, that veteran moxie. Did you watch some of the film that's been going on? Jimmy Ward, when the Raiders had, you can't fool this defense. And not really. You may be able to outplay him on occasion, but you can't fool him. Jimmy Ward, watching the play. Raiders look like they're going to throw. Ward, reload. Stack the box back up. Here comes Jacob. Bam! I said, God, whoa, Jesus. That's what comes from playing for a long Giants, Dub. You know me, I would say it, don't you? There was a few years ago, everybody said, get rid of you. I said, y'all bust the back up, boy. That boy can play ball. He may not be able to stay healthy, but he can play some football. I like to take my props when I, can get them. You know what I'm saying? Glad we kept J-Dub. Every one of them. Hey, all that defensive line that's been up there for a while. Eric Armstead, Nick, Emicom even to a point. These guys have played together. That's what it takes. Continuity, knowing each other, knowing how you move. That's what makes for an awesome defense. And we got one. Oh, God. And by the way, one last note. Take a week off from work at Mike McGee. If you get a chance, go to YouTube. I watched the film of Mike doing a number on Max Crosby. I was so proud of him. I almost came to tears, man. I said, Mike, it's like my mom. When I used to piss her off, she'd every now and break out crying because I disappointed her. I didn't raise you to be like this. Now, what was you thinking when you did that, I get tired of talking to you about this kind of thing all the time, and you turn right around and you break my heart and do that. Mama, I'm sorry. Shut up. So I thought about that when I see Mike McGlinchey. I'm watching him, and Mike is finally picking it up. I don't know what's going on, but he's learning or something, or he's finally gotten tired of the criticism. He stopped one of the premier edge rushers in the league. He never got close to touching Purdy all day long. Mike, you go, boy. God. Anyway, hey, fam. The game, was TBD for us. Look at the schedule. Yeah, we're playing the Cards 4:25 p.m. Nice time to play them, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll I guess that's it. TBD has been determined. Big show. It's hard to get excited about Elijah's return. Dude's always hurt. I know, right? He's sort of irrelevant in this offense with Debo and CMC. Can we get a draft pick for him? 6th round, maybe. Show. Show. Every now and then, there's players that can't stay off the IR, and all of a sudden they figure something out, like John Lynch was talking about a couple of years ago, because he said he had the same problem when he first came to the NFL. So, sometimes you just finally get in a groove and you figure things out or something. When you look at CMC, he's figured it out. He's getting hurt. Watch when CMC goes down. You see how he braces himself to avoid? See, you got to be smart. I hope CMC's holding classes around it, and especially with Elijah Mitchell. Although Elijah's his knee is what's killing him. So, chill. Phil, get in there, Phil.
Ronbo.
Phil, we're still since we didn't do our Victory Monday lap, we're doing that today. Phil, anything you want to add to what you witnessed during the course of that football game, and anything else you want to say about anything else?
Well, we saw the problem last night, and I hope it doesn't change the game. Seriously. I mean, the guy must have had a heart condition. I've seen heart conditions in basketball, and I've seen, other things. So
Phil,
let's just wait.
Phil, I just want to add one thing on that. You know what I questioned when I found out what it was? It had nothing to do with the contact. How did he pass a physical? They didn't notice there was something wrong, because normally every little excuse when you take a physical, from playing ball,
physical,
if you got
everything.
If you got a murmur,
seriously, Ronbo.
If you got everything, anything, they'll always say, yeah, you got this condition, you got this condition, and then you make a decision to the coaches. But I'm sorry, what did you say just then?
Physical can't catch everything.
True, but heart conditions are usually something that have been going on for a while. I mean, I don't know. I've heard anything else from them.
How many guys have died from heart conditions in basketball?
True.
A lot. There may be 3 or 4 or 5.
I remember one that died suddenly. I'll never forget that Celtic. I forget his name. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's happened. So
it happened yesterday. Although that medical team that was on the field, they were frigging awesome. How do you resuscitate a man twice?
Anyway, getting to the 49ers, I think we're in great shape. Debo's coming back this week. Elijah Mitchell, he's practicing this week.
Big Show doesn't like it.
We learned that a Banks injury isn't going to keep him out of the playoffs.
Good news.
So we're in great shape.
Yeah, would you bring back Elijah Mitchell now, being that it seems like he can just come back in no matter how much time he takes off and look the same as he always does?
I get him to practice.
Just a few minutes.
Go through the practice. May not play him in the game against Arizona, although you would love to have McCaffrey get some rest.
Oh, God, yes. I got Jordan Mason. I've got. I would not have McCaffrey out there necessarily.
You need to win this game. All right,
we do.
You need to win this game.
Yeah.
So I think Philly may lose. You know, I don't know if the Giants are going to come to play, but
Phil, but you know what? You know who's not going to come to play. There's no way Hurts is playing in this game. I would bet against it.
if he doesn't, then he's hurt worse than we figured out. I mean,
They don't want to take any chances to further injure that shoulder, because you know how shoulder injuries go.
so, yeah.
Oh, Reggie Lewis
But anyway,
is who I was thinking about, the Celtics.
Ronbo, I like our situation. I think we're going to do pretty well this year in the playoffs, if not win the Super Bowl.
I'd
And
be surprised if we weren't in the Super Bowl, actually. I really would. There's nothing.
I want to hear
out there.
ooh la la at the Super Bowl.
Oh, and I hope I can start singing it early in the fourth. I hate waiting for those fourth quarter dramas.
All right. Anyway, no, I like our situation. So
it looks good. We're set up. So, you know, we just got to get out there and execute. And we're a mature team now, Phil. I don't worry about mental lapses. Fred had a little bit, but Fred, I don't know what he was thinking. He did a lot of bizarre things we have not seen him do. That's totally out of character. Fred, what are you doing?
It's just about being over aggressive. That was it.
Which is,
and I don't criticize him for that. So
I'd rather have that than not.
I mean, we've got a great team going into the playoffs. So thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Phil. Appreciate you getting in here. I'll be back.
All right.
Most for sure Friday, possibly tomorrow. All right, Phil. Have a great night.
Tomorrow.
All right. You got it. All right.
This is the last leg.
That's true.
All right.
All right. You got it, Phil. Have a great night, Phil.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
Hey, yo, T-Flow, Ali, hola. Come on in, you two.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Hey, you know, man,
Hola,
we're sitting
Ronbo.
back here. Hola, Ali. We're just sitting up here watching what's going on and thinking now, because now you're getting your hopes all up. You know, you got past that kind of game we've been hoping we'd get, that game that would fully test the 49ers. Because T-Flow, we've been kicking everybody's ass pretty badly. So, you know, we didn't even get tested. And then the Raiders of all teams, which really makes me, they're the only team that put us to the test, held the 49ers' feet to the fire, and we survived. T-Flow, some of the things that you appreciated in this game. And anything else you want to talk about?
Well, basically, every time still Brock Purdy throws the ball, I'm not holding my breath. Like, oh my God, is it gonna be intercepted or not? I don't have none of that. I love his pocket awareness. I love his mobility, escaping sacks, because how many sacks Jimmy would have had if he was there? He would have had probably 4 sacks. I would have easily counted. And other than that,
T-Flow,
this is the second team.
Just keep in mind, Jimmy was one of the highest rated quarterbacks in the NFL before he got hurt. But don't worry about that. I still understand why we need to beat Jimmy up, because we're winning. He won 5 in a row. But go ahead.
Yeah, but this is 2017.
This is 2023,
this is the second
though.
team. Yeah, this is the second team that put up mad points with actually legit stars. First one was Kansas City. Second one was Raiders with all of their weapons. We got maybe we got lucky that Miami was hurt with Jalen Waddle and their running games, because Raheem Monster, he was still coming off an injury. Wilson Jr. was coming off an injury. The Chargers, both their wide receivers were out, and look how close they came to us. You know, so this kind of does scare me.
You got to give
when it comes to the playoffs, because this kind of does scare me when it comes to the playoffs, because you look at Cowboys, who got weapons. They got a better defense than they do last year. You got Philly with their offense. If whatchamacallit comes back, their quarterback Hurts. If he comes back, that run game is going to be even better with their 2 legit wide receivers and their tight end. Then you got Green Bay, if Green Bay gets in, we see what Christian Watson's been doing to other players.
Tiflo,
And
just boil it down to this. You truly are, and you know how people always get on me because I'm scared? You truly are overly respectful for every team we may play. Tiflo, hey, I got to call you out on this. You know why? Because you actually say this every team we play.
Oh, yeah, because I don't want to be a homer all the time. We got to see what
but you
other
players
players have players too.
But you got to look at it for real though, because when we beat these teams up, remember before the game you said, "Yeah, we got to be concerned."
We had a pass rush, right? We had a pass rush.
We had a week off.
Let's say if our pass rush don't get in.
Yeah, but what if the other team's pass rush don't get in?
But let's say if it doesn't come in, just like how it doesn't come in. All right. Everybody knows Hufunga's been getting beat deep because he bites. Right? Because he always plays the jump.
You want me to change the style?
Lenore, they pick on him. They pick on Diamador.
But how many times they get away with it? Look, Tiflo, keep in mind.
Yeah, but
Devontae has been a Pro Bowler for a long time.
No, but Ronbo,
he does that to more than
playoffs.
Debo.
How many Pro Bowlers in the playoffs we're gonna play against? Wide receivers with running backs.
None of them.
That's my question.
Okay, here's my question. I think none. And here's why I say that. How many guys do you know?
I hope you're right.
Jefferson's about the toughest guy I can think of. How many guys? Because CeeDee Lamb, he's good, but he ain't Devontae good. Who else are we thinking about here? Only the Vikings.
Brown.
Who?
A.J. Brown. Philadelphia.
Remember,
the other Alabama wide receiver.
You can't keep both. The Eagles. How come
then you got the other wide receiver too? Don't forget. They have some other wide receivers as well.
But
not
I
just
feel like
A.J.
I
Brown.
got weapons too. I feel like we got weapons. So I'm just saying, don't overestimate the other team.
We do have weapons. I'm not worried about the offense.
I'm just saying.
I'm not worried about the offense.
Well, you should be.
I'm worried about the defense.
Because defense is so good, but
when they don't get in, how many times, they've been throwing deep. Look at the past 2 weeks. Look at Washington. They came up through guns blazing. If they would have kept out the whole game, it could have been even closer.
And they got picked.
The ball deep.
They got picked. So so here's the thing. We got a defense too. And we're the best defense, we're the best offense statistically. So there's no reason to think that we can't
second best defense now. Now we're the second best defense because of what happened last week.
To who? The Cowboys?
No, Eagles number one by like 2 yards.
I was about to say it's got to be close because Eagles gave up 100 points, so they ain't got.
It's by like 2 yards.
It happens, T-Flow. You're not going to get professional.
No, it happens, but that just worries me. Just that,
because
everybody knows you're going to pack your run and your defense. Philly got defense. Dallas got defense. We got defense, but then again, hopefully we can just not choke with Kyle Shanahan and just not getting everybody the plays. Because he got Danny Gray. Like second half, Danny Gray got involved. Ray McLeod got involved. Ayuk got more involved. Like everybody's getting involved. But
that's why
Kittle gonna shine.
That's why you need to relax. You got this. All right.
And Ronbo, hey, you know what? Hey, Ronbo, you played ball, right?
Yeah.
The shoulder pads. You know how it has that metal clip right there.
Right.
Do you think that force hit to Hamlin could have stopped the heart with that force? Because Hamlin's he's not a big dude.
Yeah, and that's what they got to still. There's a big examination on that later, and if they find any bruising or any in that area like that, they might come down to that. But fam,
with Skip, but Skip could have worded that differently because he was wrong for that tweet. I'm so sorry, he's wrong. He should. Who cares about the game at that moment? Nobody cares about that game.
He blew it. He got hurt, but he got talked about too. Fam, we got to go. You and Allie have a great night. I'm gonna see. It looks like I'm gonna see you tomorrow, according to Phil. All right.
Have a good night.
Let's get a little Nana shout out.
Niners! Boy's feeling too. Now it's all right. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.
Night. And Zay, the Dark One, has arrived.
The Dark One is here.
Z, we didn't get to talk about this on Victory Monday because of the painful bam that hit the NFL suddenly. Hopefully, it ends up being a good story or a happier story. But Z, you anything you want to talk about as far as the Raider 49er game and anything else you want to add? Go you on.
First things first, prayers go out to the young man that had the incident last night. I was watching the game. I was watching the game on my TV live, and when I saw the situation that happened, I didn't think nothing of it. I didn't think it was nothing serious until he got up, and because it was like a pretty nice tackle, pretty nice hit, and then when he got up, stood up, and he dropped down, I was like, oh, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the young man. Number 3 on the Bills. Can't pronounce his name right. Prayers to him. I hope he makes a big recovery. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Anything can happen at any time. So yeah, prayers to him. Hope he gets a speedy recovery. What's his name again?
The name of who? The player? Damar. Yeah, Damar Hamlin. Mm-hmm.
Damar Hamlin. Yeah, praise to him, man. Hope you come back in a speedy recovery. But yeah, to the 49ers aspect, that was a close game. I didn't really think it was going to be that close. But it showed that Brock Purdy, what me and you've been saying, we want to see Brock Purdy come from behind, pause, and he did that. So shout out to him.
Stayed calm, stayed cool, If we had
any
trouble,
all my money
defensively, I guess. But yeah.
I'm putting all my money on the Giants this week.
Hey, see, be careful. Don't put all your money on it. Maybe put a C note on there or something like that. Because, I don't know what's going on with the Giants. They're one of them teams that started out red hot. Had everybody thinking they was going somewhere, right? And then here we get, and like the Eagles, they peaked too soon. And they're on the downside. They got to find a way to get back up there. So you got two teams that are struggling. Are they playing in New York? Or are they playing in Philly? Oh, anyway.
That's a good question. I'm assuming that they're playing in that they will be playing in New York. Because if that's the case,
that'll be a plus.
That would be good for them. I mean, good for
for the Giants.
I don't know.
And for us.
Oh, they're playing in Philadelphia.
Damn it. Because if they can lose that game, and I ain't going to say nothing too big about us beating the Cardinals. We're number 1 seed? God.
And that's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, I am too.
But everybody can get a chance to heal up.
Oh, yes. We get the bye week. See, you know what, though? We don't do good after bye weeks. Did we play Kansas City after the bye week?
No, I think we lost in the bye week came. I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Yeah, because the 49ers come out flat when they take too much time off.
I can assume that we lost then the bye week came. I could be wrong now. You know what I'm saying?
No, you could be right. But because remember, Jimmy Ward was out there with a cast on playing against the Chiefs. See, that's why I keep telling people, you got Nick Bosa was coming off a hamstring. We had him resting. And Javarius Ward, hamstring, he was resting. And all of a sudden, here come the Chiefs. They slap a club on Jimmy and put him out there. Oh, y'all can't stop the Chiefs. I said, you know what, man? Y'all don't even realize what happened that day and that 2-3 weeks leading up to that game. So, I quit arguing. Let them think what they want to. I want to play them again so bad. I can't say. I want this healthy 49er defense to play them next time. Now let's play.
We had the bye week on week 9. So whatever week 9 was, that's when we had the bye week. So if I do the math right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We had the bye week
the schedule?
And basically on the beginning of November. So we lost to the Chiefs, then we played the Rams, and then we had the bye week, then the Chargers.
You know what? We played the Chiefs after we played the Falcons. You're right.
Correct.
We got back-to-back beatings. And then we like we always do, we went and played the Rams. You know what? They caught us. You know how the 49ers like to do? See, the 49ers have become the money club. We don't play at the beginning of the season. We get by. And then when things around week 6, week 7, we start looking a little better. Not this year. And then we start kicking butts. You win 9 in a row. About to win 10.
Yeah, if we win 10, that's gonna be the longest in
A long
since the
time.
'90s for that franchise. And man, let's get this W and let's worry about if we can get the first seed and let's see where we can start working towards playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
I do know. Can't wait. So, it's like GB Bull says that Rams is that get right. The Rams are like tonic for us. And whenever we're sick, go play the Rams. Thank you, Rudy. See, let me see. I'm back tomorrow, okay? Looking for you.
The dark one always come back. Dark one out.
Looking forward to it. Night, fam. Rudy tweets today, yeah, we're still celebrating that Super Bowl championship. Rudy! Vader!
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on? Why do you gotta always bring me in when you gotta make a Rudy comment? That guy needs to go find himself.
Rudy be tripping, man. He puts
yeah,
tweets up. He knows it's going to get my attention. I try to ignore him, but I can't. Rudy,
it's
get in here,
hilarious.
man. Call in here, Rudy. I dare you. Boy,
Exactly. There you go.
let's talk some intelligent football, though, you and me, because
Exactly.
Rudy ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what? We just passed that test, and that's what I'm most proud of, because the Raiders did take it to us. Okay, it was the Raiders, but people got to realize the Raiders got an offense that's underachieving. The Raiders should be fighting for the AFC Championship with all that talent. They're just something wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah, something was just wrong. I don't know what it was. Maybe they just didn't want the quarterback. But first and foremost, prayers go out to a young kid
Yes.
and his family, and hopefully he recovers and goes through this, and we'll figure out the rest of that stuff as they figure out how well he's going to come out of this, man. Hopefully he recovers 100%, brother. He's young,
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
and
24.
he, played with Pittsburgh first, 24 years old, man. And it sucks that his family had to be in the stands to witness that. And it's just it's heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking,
It
brother.
really is. And for everybody to watch, it was just terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. But yeah, going back to this Las Vegas and
the duel
Niner
on
win
the
here.
desert. If I hear the
And I
duel
go,
on the
hey.
desert one more time, man, that wasn't no duel, man. That game something went wrong. That ain't okay. Go
Oh
ahead,
yeah, that
Gonzalo.
wasn't us. Come on, that wasn't us. But going back to Brock Purdy, I think he played a solid game. And what people got to understand, dude, is that it looks like Kyle's just opening the playbook little by little for this kid. He's not feeding them too much.
Mhm.
So he noticed that he made his mistakes when he tried to throw down the middle to always glorified for sure Kittle. But they just he held on just a little too long to the ball. But he's developing well, and I think we're in good hands with him. And if Jimmy's ready for the playoff, Jimmy will take over, and we're just gonna keep going because we're a plug and play team, bro. And at this point in time, I'm really trusting Kyle. I am really trusting Kyle. He's his only demise. This is gonna prove
overthinking.
all the doubters, everything out. He's got a 3rd round quarterback running a Super Bowl team.
3rd round?
No,
Seventh, Rudy.
no,
Vader?
7th. I am so
Yeah.
sorry. Apologies.
But
Apologies.
it was.
But
a
he looks like a
mistake.
3rd rounder.
I see. Yeah, you're right. It should have been 3rd round.
Yeah.
But it's Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey makes everything
yeah, it makes
work
a difference. Absolutely.
perfectly.
But
God, he's
But
amazing.
I hope they sit him this week coming up with Cardinals. I know it sounds like a trap game because they're coming off a win, but I wish they sit him this week and maybe put in Mason and put in Gray also, man. Let him take over
Kyle,
a couple snaps.
if you're afraid, put Tevin Coleman's sitting over looking all
Absolutely.
pissed off.
Yeah.
But let him put a uniform
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, let him put our uniform and let him put in some work on this last game here. Hopefully we can sweep and it'll be pretty sitting for us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we'll just have to sit back and wait for
I know.
some
Think
of these
about that
teams
for a
to
minute,
lose.
Vader. We swept the division. Swept.
Oh,
the
that's
division.
beautiful. What a
Swept 'em.
beautiful thing. Swept them. Swept them. Hey, Rudy, I don't think your team's ever swept anybody.
Especially
You know,
us.
it's like, come on now. Yeah, especially us. There you go.
No.
They may have swept the Seahawks from time to time, but not us. But yeah, and then going back on defense, I'm telling you, Ronbo, I love playing the Raiders because it's always a competitive game.
Always.
I don't know why, but it always is. But my goodness, Jackson's dad, for the love of God, did you see that? Did you see that post?
Which one?
So, when they tipped the ball went flying in the air, like you greatly explained as Boza
Oh yeah,
did.
yeah.
And Jackson came up with the interception.
Oh yeah.
His dad was in the audience with the Niner jersey on and a Raiders hat on and Raider pants. And he was so upset that his son intercepted the ball. Come on, Pops. It's time for you to come over to the good side here. It's time for you to take off that Raiders. You see how delusional those fans are?
I know.
My goodness.
I guarantee you, Jackson's mom was all over Pops for that. Don't you never embarrass me like that.
It was
That's
pretty
my child
hilarious,
out there.
Yeah, it was pretty hilarious, man. But I did see a lot of our third stringers playing in that game. I guess I didn't really see Kinlaw too much. Did he play at all, or they just sat him?
Yeah, you're like me. I keep looking. Every now and then, I like you, I think about, where's Kinlaw? And I keep looking for the 9-9. I don't see any 9-9. They're bringing it back sparingly. They're trying their best to make sure he makes the playoffs, I got a feeling. Bring it back a little bit, get him a little work, and then come playoff time, let them all go.
It looked like they gave most of the bulk of the work to Armstead, man. They wanted to see what he could do. I mean, he was taking two people down at the same time. It was a beautiful thing.
There's another big man over there. Who was that? I forget his name. We just brought him up.
Yes, correct. Gosh, I can't remember his name.
Anyway, he was out there doing a decent job.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I'm on the same page with you. We got to do something about our corners. Hopefully, we can get something situated there on our corners. But you know what? At this time, you know what? I have so much confidence in DeMarco. He'll get Huff, and he'll get those. He'll get those players straightened out, man. I think it's more calls. I see a little bit of mix-ups there, and it's like, come on, Huff. At the beginning of the season, you were playing all pro. What's happening here? You're kind of depleting here on us.
Vader, we got to go. But they're getting film out on watching him anticipate like that.
Right.
They're making counter moves. So he's got to stop doing that. He's telegraphing. So
right, and same thing for all those people that want to run their mouth, dude. I mean, now we didn't have film on this kid that was coming out for the Raiders, so
Stidham, I know.
Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Ronbo. Hey, right, shout out to Big Show TNT and let it go on Radio Ronbo Sports. Hey guys, hit that like and subscribe, and you have a lovely evening. And again, prayers go out to the Hamlin family, brother. You have a good night.
Thank you, Vader. I always appreciate you. Can't wait to hear from you again. Be back tomorrow. All right, fam. Have a great night. That was Vader. Hey, Tony. Gene.
Hey, Ronbo.
Guys, work Jane D for me, please. Hey, Tony. Good to hear from you, man. It's when I go a couple of programs with no Tony, man, it's like, where's Tony? Good to hear from you. But I know you're working on your house, so, how's it going?
I'm there now. The boys are whacking the floorboards in at the top.
All right.
So I'm outside in the rain. Or I'm undercover, but it's raining out here.
Oh, you got to come to the Bay Area to know what rain is like. It's like nonstop here. But Tony, you watch. You got to catch that game already. I'm sure you got some thoughts on it. Anything you want to say toward the Hamlin situation? So you're on, Tony.
Yeah, like everybody else, they're starting to pick on Talanoa a little bit.
Yeah.
But I suppose they can just drop an extra man in coverage there to help him out in a big game, and they can nullify that or pop someone close enough to him in the middle of the field where we can get a pick if they dare to throw it across, that axis.
And Tony, he's doing that same thing. He's standing back in position, and then he charges the line of scrimmage. He's got to mix that up. Don't be so easy to anticipate. When you do that, I've already got an audible in my head, and all I got to do is call that out, which reads, okay, here comes Talanoa. We're going toward that direction. And the receivers, all they got to do is shift and run right at him.
Yeah, well,
And the ball gets, it's like a
wait.
blitz.
Yeah, if he waits a step or two, maybe one or two steps later,
Exactly.
he'd probably be a little bit more successful.
Yeah.
But
Don't telegraph that.
Tommy
move.
Jordan Mason isn't screaming from a mountaintop to play the rest of the games this year.
I hope he is. If he isn't, Kyle should be able to hear us screaming.
I mean, he can alternate the ball between Christian McCatchme and him.
I like that. And they won't. Or even Tevin Coleman, who Kyle brought over for what reason?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they complement each other. You know what I mean? You've got Jennings there. We're missing, what's his name? So,
Debo?
as far as Debo and what's the running back?
Oh,
supposed to be coming back.
Elijah Mitchell.
Elijah Mitchell. We're missing him as well.
Mm-hmm. We're just disgusting when it comes to talent as far as that offensive running game.
Yeah, I think to myself, just imagine if we could have had Jason Verrett out there too. It would have been good.
Or even Emmanuel Mosley.
E-man.
Oh, this would have been a lot.
But if there's ever a good time, Ronbo, for check yourself before you wreck yourself game like that, it's now. Just before the playoffs, just before the big games, because yourself, the playoffs are a lot faster, a lot quicker, a lot harder, lot more hard hitting.
And more defensive oriented, because you got time to plan. You already know that team. You're planning hard. You're doing a lot of planning and a lot of training for it. Yeah, it's a different.
I think they're doing the right thing with Kinlaw as well. I'd play him. Like if I really had to, I would like to keep him in my back pocket for, either the game before the Super Bowl or the Super Bowl.
You're gonna make him wait that long.
Well, if you
pissed
do,
off.
that's exactly how you want him, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
He'd be pissed off.
About it. We've seen him pissed off. It's frightening.
Yeah, you trot him out there on the Super Bowl, and the coach says, "All right, Kill, are you ready?" Yeah, coach, I've
been ready.
Motherfucker,
we'll
I'm going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
He'll go out there, wreck the whole game. He's been waiting for the opportunity.
Even our guys are scared as he's running around trying to get out of his way. That'd be great.
It's like one of those big giant pit bulls. You just let him off the chain and away he goes.
I hope so, because I know he's chomping at the bit to get out there. So let's cut him loose.
But it's. I think it's the festive season, Ronbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure the boys were playing a little bit heavy. Lots of barbecue in their guts and things like that.
Too much eggnog. I know.
Yeah. So it wasn't. I don't think it would have been an exactly 100% diet ready team as they normally would be. New Year's
and in
Christmas
Vegas, Tony, in Vegas.
Yeah,
I know they were told they could not party, but I wonder.
Well, I think they were running a little bit heavy, and they probably overlooked themselves and got a little bit puffed out. So it's something they can learn from. It's like we say all the time, the most important things in this game is to take a positive out of a negative, and if you can do that, you're miles ahead of everybody else.
Absolutely. Well, Tony, I'm going to let you get back to the gang, working the house there, and glad to hear from you, because you can't go 2 and 3 shows without no Tony.
And McGlinchey.
Oh yeah, go real quick.
Brock
Give us some
Purdy's making him look good because he keeps running away on that side.
Because he knows better. But Tony, you got to look at the footage. He had good technique. I don't know what was wrong with Max Crosby, but McGlinchey did actually technique him. It was. I watched it 3 times. I said, "Look at that."
Well, mate, it's about time. You know what I'm saying?
It is. It's way past.
Yeah.
So Tony, I'll be back tomorrow. All right.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to the gang, and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it. Cheers.
All right, brother. Cheers.
There he goes. Tony. Hey, and Howard. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. Howard. Howard, man, we're taking the victory lap Tuesday. Cause I was gonna be if it was if it wasn't for the misfortune that the league endured, I was gonna party. I was gonna be in here with party hat and balloons everywhere. But you know how bad I wanted to beat the Raiders. And then
I know you did.
boy, and in the fashion we beat them. Raider fans are still talking trash, but they lost, and they can't accept that. Y'all had to. Y'all only reason y'all went. Here we come with the only y'all won. Look, I got to hear this, and I listened to it for a few minutes. But you know what? We beat the Raiders. We beat everybody. We beat the Hawks. We're about to sweep the Cardinals. It's a wonderful thing, Howard. Let me stop. Go ahead. You tell me I'm getting back in party mood. Howard, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got it.
Yeah. Well, first and foremost, prayers up for DeMar Hamlin, man.
Absolutely.
Hope he pulls through. You know what I mean? Real out here in the field, So.
You got him laying on his side now so he can breathe. He's still on the ventilator.
I can't watch that again.
I can't either. I won't.
Yeah, I don't know why people can just keep sharing it. It's like, dude, we don't want to see this. It's traumatic.
The only thing I put up is pictures of good times when he had a big smile on his face and everything else. And y'all, please pray for DeMar. That's all I really do with it. But as far as anything, you're right. And his brother, somebody named Sanders, are they related? He says, would please stop sharing that photo or staring at and he gave up all options that people can use. I said, he's right now. Whew, boy, that don't let's not relive
Agreed.
that.
Yeah. I know how much you wanted this game, Ronbo. It wasn't how you pictured it. It wasn't how you wanted it. How most of us predicted it.
True.
I mean, Bosa said it himself. He was like, "Hey, we kind of underestimated Jarrett Stidham."
Yep.
It was a few things they had going for them, man. Jarrett Stidham knows Josh McDaniel's system.
Yes. Good point. Really well.
And he don't really have a lot of tape on him. And of course, you have all-world talents like Devontae Adams and Darren Waller and Josh Jacobs. That makes everything a lot easier. So,
man.
So
I knew that, but we knew that, Howard. I just couldn't understand why they couldn't do nothing against anybody else until we showed up.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think it's because it was Derek Carr, maybe.
I know, I was getting ready to say.
But,
well, he wasn't playing yesterday. That's
but,
crazy.
But so I'll say this, man. We went in that game and just straight up disrespected Jerry Stidham. And just played a lot of man. And anywhere the Diameter Lenore was lined up, they was attacking him every single time. It was just crazy. I'm like, dude, they had a match on Devontae Adams, had a match up on Darren Waller, had a match up on.
Oh, that was just wrong. You put Big Waller on my boy Demo.
It was. Yo, he was getting just
used,
picked on like crazy. Everybody was talking about Hufanga. At least Hufanga made a couple of plays where they tried him, and then like the one in the goal line.
I agree.
They they went for that play action, and they thought he was gonna bite on the run, and he flanked out towards the tight end who tried to sneak out.
He does get overworked, don't he? He has his one play or two and usually at the beginning of the game on the first drive Hufunga's seen. If the team scores, it's usually Hufunga trailing the receiver into the end zone. But I'm not really sure, and I need to look at the whole film. Was that entirely his fault? And sometimes I wonder about that because we only get a camera angle. You don't see everything. But
I'll say this. It's always, see, this is where you know Jared Stidham is very good with film study.
Yeah.
Once he know that we're in zone or
Right.
man-to-man, he's attacking whatever way possible.
Mm-hmm. And he's got the talents to do it.
Once he saw we was in quarters, that's when he started attacking Ufanga. And or Gibson when they was matched up and spread out. So there was a lot of rub concepts and a lot of crossers and
the offensive
and
line
dagger routes.
facilitated the whole thing. They did a good job on our defensive line.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes from New England, you know.
They was.
So
He knows how to get rid of the ball quick.
yep.
That was the offense.
Yeah.
So all I gotta say is, man, like we can't do that again. We cannot do that again.
You're damn right. Better not.
You see, D'Amico switched it up in the second half, so I give him credit because he started switching up.
D'Amico, I'll tell you,
Make it look like his man.
it's a chess
Make it look
game.
like his man, or got somebody in the box.
And sometimes he played a hybrid defense where he had Chavarius actually was playing man, and some of the other guys would be in zone. So you had man. I said, look at that, and we'll hope it works. So.
Yep. There's a lot. There was a lot of adjustments he made there. So good kudos to him for trying to muddle the looks a little bit more.
Got to, because Stidham was getting off. Anyway, Howard, great observations. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, and see, because there's some more news developing. We need to find out about injuries and things like that, like Dre for one thing. All right, fam. Appreciate you, Howard. Ooh.
I be dog. Ooh.
Big Howard. Night, fam.
Night.
And we go to North Florida where Renzo awaits. Renzo!
Greetings from North Florida.
Renzo, you know, it's a great day in Ninerville. When you beat the Raiders and sweep the Hawks and Rams in the same season, no matter else what happens, it's been a wonderful 2022-23. If we could just get this every now and then, I'd be so happy. Rudy, Gene, D, all you comedians that come in here messing with people on the 49er chat, we'll love you to death, and we want you to know we own that ass. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, as they say in the locker room, 1-0. One game at a time.
That's it. And we did. We one game them people to death. Rams, Hawks, Raiders. I got this smile in my tummy I can't get rid of, Renzo. Let me stop. Go ahead. You talk.
Hey, I know Ooh La La is still number one on the chart. I'm liking this Purdy and Ayuk connection that's going on.
Yes. You know, Ayuk's having a great year. He's about to clip 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And it's him too. He's working harder this year. He's getting, and he already runs perfect routes. He's just getting, his work is just paying off. That boy, he's become our main man. He makes a contribution every game. Between him, CMC, and George Kittle, man, you know what? We just got ant dogs out there now.
I'm talking, but the defense, they had a tough game, but you know, they held their own at times.
When they needed to, they came up. True.
Yeah, they did.
But Renzo, you know what? Ain't no shame. As I said, look at who they got. How they got a Pro Bowlers over there to start a whole? I mean, they got an all-star team over there on offense. I don't know what's wrong with them. They should have won way more games than they did. So for us to come in there and get a Raider defense that suddenly woke up, I give us credit.
The Raiders, that's one game I think they did not want to lose. To the Niners, man. They're like, man, even though we're not in California no more. They still our rivals. They still think they own the paint.
Hey, Rizzo, do you see also BA? He said, yeah, I didn't really realize the magnitude of this game, because I don't know, I realized after a while they talked to me about this, and I realized I got to get it done. So you got a lot of youngsters that don't know about the rivalry between San Francisco and Oakland. So it's really pretty funny.
Right.
So it starts anew.
But hey, right now I just need us to win this weekend, and hopefully Philly they drop another game and we can get us a good old rest up. But too, Ronbo, if Philly do win, I think somebody gonna go in Philly and knock them off though.
Yeah, because you need Hurts to be 100%. If he comes in there with a shoulder hurt and he can't do nothing but run, they ain't gonna win. There's no way.
Yeah, but
they got a good defense though.
Hopefully things fall in our spot, and Aaron Rodgers all of a sudden want to come alive.
And he's trained those kids of his. Watson is just ridiculous.
Yeah. But hopefully we stay healthy and make this push.
Valdez-Scantling,
But on that note, Ronbo, I might eat my Pizza Hut and call it a night, Ronbo.
You doing the Pizza Hut?
My ooh la la pizza.
You gotta go to the real pizza houses. Them local mom and pop operations, unless it's late. And you're on the East Coast though, because
it's late.
The mom and pop already closed, but
yeah, mom and pop, they in the bed right now.
Yeah, but anyway, all right, fam. You want to add anything else?
Hey man, make sure y'all watch the national championship game Monday night.
Ooh,
even though I'm a big fan, I'm still rooting for the SEC, man.
I know people. It's funny, Renzo, you say that, but you're in the SEC. But you hear analysts and others talk about. I am really tired of SEC football. I want to see some new blood in there. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm an SEC fan. I don't feel like that, and I don't even watch college football that much. But SEC. Clemson, Bama, and all of them, I know, but still, they just play a high grade of football. I want our draft picks to be out of those schools.
Yeah.
I can't help it. Ohio State, oh, yeah. Best player I got on my team on defense is probably from Ohio State. Okay. So we'll see.
This Bosa baby boy.
It's him. Gerald Bosa. Baby Rizzo, go and get that pizza before it gets too cold. I'll be back tomorrow.
You
all right.
All right, man.
All right, fam. Have a great night.
Same to you.
Thanks, fam. And let's go on out to Atlanta, GA, and say hey to one of the TNT founders himself, Trez.
Ronbo, what's going on with you, Ronbo?
Trez, we're back where we like to be. You know how we do. For the last, we had one bad year. Well, we had two. 17, Shanahan came in 17 and 18. And then 19, everybody talks about the 49ers should be involved. 49ers do have a shot. The 49ers are one of the players and involved. And then, every year we've been messing up. But this year, Trez, I know, but Trez, let me stop. What are your thoughts on this game with the Raiders? And can you be possibly as delighted as I was beating that team and all their fans?
I said it kind of early in the year when the defense was carrying the offense. When is the offense going to turn around and match the defense and take over and start carrying? Yeah, and start carrying, because I knew it was going to come a game or two where they're going to have to pick up the slack, or they're going to carry.
And the Raiders game was
the Raiders game, was the game that they had to do the carry, and they stepped up to the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how people think just alike, though, Ronbo. And listen what I'm about to say. This ain't no diss to Jimmy G. I feel like you as far as Jimmy
No,
G's concern.
I'm just all I say is, we could talk things good about
No,
Purdy
I'm
without
saying,
just
you know when
trashing
Jimmy
Jimmy.
came, when Jimmy came and where we were, and what he took us to.
Yeah.
Hey, kudos to Jimmy. Because you know what we were, I know what we were, and everybody else know what we were. And I think Cal kind of put the cuffs on Jimmy a little bit and not let him work. But this kid right here, Ronbo, has all the tangibles. When he's back there quarterbacking, I don't worry about anything. I watch this game at such calm, and I ain't watched a game at being such calm in a long time. It's always like, every throw is, is they going because, and that's not on Jim because I'm saying we were kind of like middle of the field and a little, underneath route. Everything was middle and underneath. And defense can tend to sit on those type of passes. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we were a little unsure with Jimmy. But this kid right here, like, he just go through all his progressions, man. His footwork is so great, Ronbo. I really wish you would watch him in that pocket. He has some of the best footwork I've seen from a quarterback in a long time. I always said Jimmy throw off his back foot sometimes, and that's how those balls start selling when he would throw the high ball. But this kid right here, man, and we can all critique anybody, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying this is a credit to his coaches, to Brock Purdy coaches, to whoever groomed him coming up. This guy's playing at a high level, at an elite high level, man. Yeah, that is just, what can you say? It's showing improving. Point blank here. And one other thing, Tyler Bunny got to get himself together. Stop looking in the backfield. Fred Warner.
And stop telegraphing your move every time. Yeah.
And Fred Warner got to stop being overzealous out there, man. Getting his own players hurt.
He was pumped up. Fred, I've never seen him pumped up in that fashion. He usually stays focused and very precise as to what he's doing. Fred went a little crazy in that game. Never seen him lose composure.
Fred be coming in on tackles of Ronbo, you know. I mean, guys be already on the ground, and here come Fred home. I'll be like, bro,
throwing his fist and punching the ball. I said, Fred. Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing. I think Fred needs to calm down a little bit.
Yeah, he needs to calm down out there. Like, bro, you close to getting the flag, man. Chill out. But great win, man. Great win. I'm proud of the team. Glad this team we can move forward. And go for it. I say go for it, Ronbo. I say play everybody. I said as you would be playing for the number one seed, get them out there. I will play everybody, and I will go for that number one seed. Now, I'll tell you this: if our games are playing simultaneously as the Giants game, and the Eagles are up on the Giants by a certain amount of points, and I start pulling people. Yeah.
But
I'm saying, I start
watching that scoreboard.
Like, okay. Yeah, I'll be watching that scoreboard.
The coach, the players don't need to, but the coach needs to know he can make adjustments.
Right, exactly.
Schedule now.
And shout out to everybody on such a great turning the season around, having a great year, man. So I said it before. I guess the Rams is our Achilles heel. They kickstart our season every year, So whenever we start off bad, just go looking for the Rams. Get us on the right track.
And they're just like the best tonic you can get. Boy.
I'm trying to tell you. So I'm going to leave it at that, Ronbo. Shout out to you in production. Shout out to TNT family. Shout out especially to my brother from another mother, Vader. And Ronbo, I want to tell everybody over in the chat, look here, I don't want you to spam this, but I see y'all putting your chats up there, but put a 3 in the chat, man, for this young man, man. He's fighting for his life. His uncle released a statement today, said that his oxygen level is at 50% and it needs to be at 100% in order for him to be released from the hospital. So, they're getting him there slowly but surely, but we're going to keep the prayers going for him. And just put a 3 in the chat for him, man. Don't spam it, just 1 3. And
I like that.
All right, Ronbo, you have a good one, man.
And by the way, there's a fund going out, and they only need $250,000. I understand that GoFundMe is up to millions. The whole NFL community, the whole football community, period, is feeling this pain, and they're rallying to the cause. I love it. It just gives you that gripping feeling, you know. Ah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And another thing, take it easy, Ronbo. Look, for all these guys that be bashing our teammates, man, look, you're not real Niner fans, man. If you bash anybody on the team, like when I say bash, we all gonna criticize our players. But when I just say straight up say that they trash, they ain't nothing, ain't this. I mean, how can you say you're a fan of the team? How can you know what I'm saying, Ronbo? I don't get that part.
I've had plenty. You know me. I've had plenty of arguments with people who do that. So you know.
Yeah. You know, we pull for our team, man. You know what I'm saying? Good, bad, and different. You know what I'm saying? And then when they're no longer with the team, then you can go out and say whatever you want.
Yeah. And how there was a problem.
Right. When the SL, hey, that's a different story. You know what I'm saying?
Trez, I hope you're feeling all right.
Have a good one, bro.
I'm going to look for you tomorrow if you got time. All right, fam. Have a great night.
All right. Take care.
Night, Trez. And hey, go check out the man with the fish sandwich, Frank.
Wow, bro.
Frank.
What's
Go ahead,
up,
Frank.
bro?
Yeah, Frank, we're just out celebrating that win because it was made good. But nobody in no celebration mood yesterday. So hopefully we're going to hear good things about DeMar soon, I hope, like in a few minutes, I would wish. And we could continue moving on toward the Super Bowl. Got the Cardinals to go. And here's the thing. Hey, you know something? Last week I said, we're going to whoop the Raiders. We're going to whoop a fit on them Raiders. And we went in there and damn near got an ass whooping. So I ain't said, you know, when everybody else goes off, man, we're going to beat the Cardinals into submission. And we're going to be hollering uncle by mid-half of the game. I ain't said nothing this week. I learned my lesson. But we about to sweep the whole division. Right? That's all I want to say. Gene D, Rudy. Oh, this is such fun. I'm sorry. Frank, go ahead. Let me stop clowning.
Oh, no. Yeah, I just want to start off with my prayers and everything to DeMar Hamlin, his family, and pray God restore life, back into him, and praying all day for him, man, his family, and the Buffalo Bills mafia, and just all his closest loved ones, his family and everything. So, my heart and everything goes out to him and his family. I'm just praying that he pulled through, and just want to start off with that note.
He's not out of danger yet. You're right. He's in critical condition still.
Yeah, so just praying that he pulled through, and I believe, I have faith in God that he will. And just everybody just continue to keep praying for him. Is everyone. Well, the game, only thing concerned me, shout out to you too, Ronbo. Shout out to you, and thank you for the platform, for letting us come on and speak our mind and, and vent. I really appreciate you, Ronbo. You really I'll be looking forward for Monday, Sunday, and Wednesday and Friday. Ron will be on the show.
Good thing we ain't neighbors. I'd be bothering you all the time over there getting them fish sandwiches.
No. I mean, my girl get mad though. Like, go on over to Ronbo. She gets so upset.
Go to Ronbo's house and take the fish sandwiches.
I was like, hey, look, man. I say, this is we get to come and express our feelings that we feel about our team.
Yes,
it just means something to me. I said I leave you for my team.
Frank, feelings mutual, my man. Feelings mutual.
Yeah, so it's just like love with that. Just only thing concerned me the secondary, Ronbo. That was the only thing concerned me. The secondary, and
it was worrisome.
We said also see when Aaron Banks went out, the offensive line. Job was because remember I told you that play. It wouldn't even went to overtime. I mean, it wouldn't even Robbie Gold wouldn't even have to kick the field goal. I don't know who's number 60, Ronbo. I don't know his number 60 on the line.
Burford?
No, Burford not 60. Said they 60. Okay. Who was 60?
Okay, when they showed the came in. Oh, hey, wait a minute. Are we talking about the center? Is that Brindle?
It might have been Brindle then, because he the one missed the block. They pulled the block. His kidder was wide. That was touchdown. That when the ball went up in the air and how you jumped and recorded, that would have been game over right there. Kidder was going down the field. That was touchdown. That was that play. That's remember I said that's Cal was aggressive. It was 3rd and 1. And that was touchdown. When you saw, the dude, number 60, ain't block him. He jumped dove and pushed him. but he ain't really like blocking. So I don't know if that's Brindle. It might have been. I don't know. I gotta go look.
That's going to happen. That's going to happen during the course of a game because every now and then you anticipate wrong and you miss, and you can't get up fast enough to recover, and there you are looking embarrassed. That happens a lot, though.
Yeah, man. I replayed it. I kept replaying the game, and I'm like, that's what happened. I wanted to see who missed the block.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying on that person. But other than that, man, the defense had an off day, and thanks for the offense carriers. But Hufanga got to stop shooting, man. Ronbo, Hufanga got to stop shooting. Waller was his guy on that first touchdown play like Hufanga. I hope D'Amico talking to the Hufanga and
he was talking to him during the game.
Them two, Demo, them two concern me, man. Because teams gonna look at that and they definitely gonna be taking their shots right at Demo. You know what I'm saying, Demo? They really deserve. So
they're kids. They
you gotta look at first round we play. I mean, right now in Seattle, but most likely it might be. I see Philly gonna beat the Giants. Jalen Hurts playing.
I know, right?
Now I don't see
Hurts. I don't think he's gonna play.
No, he's playing. They already said it.
They already said he's playing.
He's playing. Yeah, he's playing. Yeah, he's playing. He want that. They know if they win, they get that one seed. So I don't see. And the Giants not playing.
Extremely important.
So I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna keep. The coach gonna let the Giants. They Giants need to play because they ain't like Daniel Jones out here just. You know what I'm saying? Like they need to get. I hope they play.
Are the Giants mathematically win? But are they mathematically eliminated?
Yeah, they already 6 seed.
So they locked at the 6 seed. And there's nothing they can do to improve their position.
They locked. Yeah, they ain't playing for that.
But you don't want to back into the playoffs. You don't ever want to back into the playoffs.
I know that's what I said. Yeah, they want to go and roll. But they don't also they want to stop their injury bug too. So I'm just gonna think we're gonna stay at the 2 seed. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see Philly losing. So I don't know. Anything can happen. Anything can happen.
And it might.
But I'm the 2 seed, so I'm looking forward to seeing Green Bay because Seattle. Because Green Bay, all they gotta do is win. It don't matter if Seattle win. Green Bay automatically get that spot. So we'll be playing.
Are you listening? Because Gene sitting over talking about, we gonna be in it. All we need is for this, that, and that to happen. Ain't nothing that can happen, Gene. You're out.
No. Yeah, Seattle. Green Bay have to lose, and Seattle have to win. Because remember, Seattle beat Detroit, so Seattle had the game up on Detroit because they beat them in the regular season. So Green Bay win. Green Bay get their all they gotta do is win.
That's all they got.
Once Green Bay win, they automatically get that 7 seed. So they just gotta win. Green Bay just gotta win. So we'll be playing Aaron Rodgers. So. It look like that's what they're going to be, because who knows? Anything can happen, but me personally, I don't see Philly losing against the Giants.
And I don't either. So. Frank, we know we got to go. And I'm going to tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow because like Philip was saying, we ain't got no more games. So we need to talk as much as we can between now and the season.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
To the playoffs.
Right, so.
All right.
Yeah, you're right. So, man, appreciate you, Ronbo. Love you, faithful, man. And,
love you back.
Prayers up to Damar Hamlin again, man. Love you, brother.
Thank
you going to pull through, man. So everybody have a blessed night. All right, Ronbo.
Night, Frank. There goes Frank breaking G&D's feelings down to a piece of paper. Hey, RG said, hey, 30 Purdy's going to look nice right next to 16 Montana in your background. Happy New Year and greetings to all the GMs and DRs in the chat. DRs, doctors? Hey, and hey, Brian. Brian. All right, let's come back to Brian. And we go to, oh my goodness, can I get a hell yeah? Hey, Slick!
9-0 with one more to go.
Mr. 49er faithful, give me a hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So Rambo.
It's like, who knew? When you know how we go through in the beginning of the season, for some reason we can't play no ball until about Rams time. They got to fix that schedule. Always make sure we get the Rams at midway during the season or maybe a game or two before week 8. And then if we're having any problems, all we got to do is go to L.A. and we'll be fine. Or they can come to us. And we go again, Slick. We're in the money right there. But Slick, the Raiders tried to hurt us. Slick, what do you think about that game? And if you got anything to say about DeMar, go right ahead.
Oh yeah, I hope the kid heals. It's all on God, prayers work. The power of prayer is crazy, So it's like, just keep doing your prayers. Let God be God. So hopefully he recovers quick and at 100%. This is a dangerous sport, but that was a scary thing to see, But hopefully, he'll be okay.
Yes, that's the best. That's all everybody's hoping for right now. And yeah.
But as far as the Raider game goes, like I never actually respected the Raiders. I never saw them at our level, so I never took them serious. Like that. That I don't live in the Bay. I grew up in LA, so I don't feel that type of way about. I mean, I hate the Cowboys.
Hey, Steve, you had the Raiders rolling around in LA because you know how they like to move around from city to city.
Yeah, yeah. I became a Niner fan back when the Raiders and the Rams were still here, when they were here. So people ask me, "Oh, so you gonna be a Rams fan? Now we got a team over here." I'm like, hell no, I was a Niner fan before they left. So shoot,
hey, no bad
Niner faithful ride with me. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
that's what I'm talking about. Got Ice Cube. You check out the halftime. Ice Cube. He's still rated to the bone. He's standing up there doing his thing. I said, Cube, sit your butt down.
Too Short from Oakland, thought gonna have like a Raider jersey, but nah, he had the Easy E shirt. 40 always was repping though, so E40 was all Ninered out.
Back to the NWA days. Come on, come on, man. Let me be in Vegas, man. Stop tripping, y'all. That ain't Oakland.
But it was a trip that usually when the Niners lose, it's like who they lose to? Their damn selves, because the Niners always beat themselves. Whenever we lose, we beat ourselves. The only team that beat us actually this year was the Chiefs.
Yeah,
and that's because we were going toe to toe with them until we messed up.
Fourth
but
quarter.
All it takes is like who's gonna make a play? Who's gonna make a mistake, turnovers or fumbles or whatever. It just every little play matters in this game. So as long as we play 49er football, can't nobody beat us, man. As long as we play 49er football, can't nobody beat us. Yeah. I'm hoping we get the number one spot, but even if we don't, no matter who the hell we play, even though it's gonna be difficult games from now on. We've been playing playoff football since McCaffrey got here.
Oh yeah.
So since McCaffrey,
I'm talking high level playoff football. That boy can play some ball. My God, he's good.
And I mean, it sucks that the game had to go like this last week, but this team has a bad habit of feeling themselves. So when they were playing KC, they were feeling themselves way. Their head was so high, they thought they were the ish, So
probably.
So I'm glad they got like a reality check, like talking about like in both sides. He's like, man, we underestimated that guy, So and they beat the Chiefs the way Huff did. The way
the NFL can humble you like nothing else. That's right. Man. Even you, huh?
That because I guess it's all the national media hype and all. Niners are gonna whoop them and all that and storm and
piss them off. I know.
So any given Sunday, man. So it's like as long as you do your job, you play for the Niner football. Can't nobody beat you, man. So, but Happy New Year, Ronbo. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Slick. These visits we get from you on occasion, always miss you, brah. You know this.
Gotta pee my hair every now and then, but I'm always listening, bro. I'm always listening.
Appreciate you, Slick. Happy New Year. It's gonna be a great 2023. It's already starting off good,
sir.
Well, with the exception of that yesterday's game, but yeah. All right, Phil.
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow if you got time.
Yes, sir. All right, have a good night.
You too, Slick. There he goes. Be ooh la la ham.
Ooh la la. Hey, Ronbo, man.
Oh, man.
Ronbo. first thing I want to say, Ronbo, man, is we're gonna pray for a man who got this. That was horrific, man. What happened to him last night? It wasn't no egregious hit. Everything was done by the book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and nobody never knows, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I just left home and I just told my kids that, you know, because my kids play football as well. So I had to let them know. I was like, you know, nobody don't never know. Ain't nobody never think that something like that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was an illegal hit, you know, you would have been like, well, hey, he was dirty for that. But
yep. You hate that individual forever.
You can't say that when everything was done correct. And you know, the question is, how do you plan for it in the future?
I know.
So,
you know, because you saw what happened though, fam. He made it. He took him down. He stood up and he just suddenly dropped. So it didn't really have anything to do with the hit. It seemed.
Right. And you know, I'm a 49er fan, but hey, I don't like to see nobody go down.
No,
I definitely don't want to see anybody on our team that happening to anybody on our team. I would not like to see that. You know what I'm saying?
And you know it's going to affect the entire football community because you know what? I got to tell you, B-Ham, you play ball? My mama did not want me playing football. And, you know,
my mama didn't want me playing.
I snuck out there anyway because all my boys was out there. And before she knew it, I was already on the team. And you know, it's a scary thing for your parents. I know DeMar's mama must have been just passing out, you know.
Man, and you know what? And that really what scared me, you know, made me really worried because just when I went back and went to looking through Twitter, she actually was at the game, so that's a good thing. Oh. I can imagine what it would have been like if she was been at home, you know, just watching it on television. Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh man.
You know, thank God that he is stable and it's kind of on the upside. He's not out of the troubled waters, but we're gonna continue to pray for him, you know, and keep lifting him up, and hopefully it works, man.
He'll get the best treatment.
But Ronbo,
the funding is huge. Go ahead.
Those Raiders, I keep telling you know, keep thinking. The Raiders are not as bad as what people think they are.
I mean, nowhere near. They got talent like crazy. Something else is wrong with them, but it ain't talent.
I think the problem is, you know, I've been listening to a couple of other callers. Jarrett Stidham has been under their head coach since New England.
McDaniel.
So he pretty much knows that system. You feel what I'm saying?
And very well.
The thing is, I mean, I've seen Jarrett Stidham in college because he actually beat Alabama with his legs the same way. So, you know.
So he could play. Belichick tried with him.
For them guys to come up short like they have been, a lot of it is just like that. They pretty much built like the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of that comes from that defense falling at the end of the game. Outside of that, I mean, we had a decent game. Like Nick said, we underestimated Jarrett Stidham. But you want me to tell you what I think the problem really was, Ronbo?
Yes, please.
No video footage on Jarrett Stidham like that. So with no footage, you don't know what you're getting. I like Brock Purdy. He's been doing a remarkable job.
To say the least, yes.
But it seems like the more and more footage get out on him, the more and more they try to minimize his gameplay. Honestly, at the beginning of this past game, Brock Purdy looked like a rookie.
Yeah, he had a few
moments. Started playing kind of like a rookie. Yeah. He had a few moments. But he showed some great resilience.
That was the thing.
You know,
he rebounded well.
He showed real great poise. He showed real great leadership as a rookie. being down 10.
That's it right there.
On the road and coming back. So I really respect him for that. You know,
never changed his demeanor. Looked the same way in the face the whole time.
Never changed his demeanor.
Yeah.
The whole time. And you know, hey, with a player like that, I'm gonna say this. I would feel comfortable moving from Jimmy as long as he keep playing the way he playing. Jimmy is not the best, but we know he can win us some football games. He keep us cheering, and he keep us. He has kept us relevant before. You know, I told you I got the inside scoop on that, so we better enjoy him while we can, cause with the way things are going in Miami, bingo.
He
is a free agent.
But
yeah,
do they have?
He is a free agent at the end. He is a free agent at the end of the year.
Yeah,
Tua is probably about to retire.
Jimmy could be going two places. Robert Saleh might want him over there as well. But yeah, we're going to get another veteran, save money, and have a bargain basement quarterback starting next year. Brock Purdy gets paid what?
Yeah, for what I'm hearing, Jimmy Garoppolo and Jimmy Ward might be going to Miami next year.
I can see that.
It's just out there. So
I just don't know who's
see him. No.
I know Jimmy Ward pops. So, you know, I kind of got this real shit. I got an inside scoop on what's going on.
And,
you know,
and Jimmy would love to play with Miami. So, yeah.
He don't, like Jimmy Ward don't want to be playing nickel right now. He would rather be playing safe. But, you know, they got Hufanga. So, yeah, so.
Well, Jimmy plays. You know, Jimmy's playing over the top. Hufanga was in the box, but the thing is, Gibson's back there. I don't know what we're gonna do. Do we have a safety we're working on? Well, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you what we're working on. This is what we're working on, Ronbo. Lenore is being exposed, but secretly, it's not so secretly. The 49ers went out and signed Jack Rabbit.
Yeah. Janoris,
a little bit of veteran experience.
And they're priming him.
But he still got his speed, so he ain't gonna be out there looking like Josh Norman was.
we got to go. But you know what? I'm still waiting for Ambry Thomas to wake the hell up. He's got potential. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's see what develops.
Not this year, next year maybe. Okay, Ronbo, baby. Be safe, man. Love what you do.
Thanks,
I'm going here and fuel up so I can keep rolling, man.
There you
Let
go.
me get a mountain before you go, man.
All right. Say what? Give what?
Let me get a good old nine.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh, hell yeah. Niners! Bam! Sit around, fam. Be easy.
Oh, yeah. Will do.
All right, fam. Oh, God. Yeah. Hey, Brian.
Once again, Ronbo, the winner and still the league's most dangerous team. The law says know your role. Shut your mouth.
Boy,
what is up, Ronbo?
If Robbie just could have kicked that field goal and so we didn't have to go into overtime. Because, see, that's the only thing the Raiders can rest their hat on. Y'all had to go into overtime to win that game, didn't you? Look, boy, here y'all come, man. You know, the game, Robbie missed the field goal. That butt was whooped in regulation, and you know it. You know, let me not get into those conversations I've got into already. But listen, you know, here we go, trying to go for the number one seed. I want you to assess that game from where you sat, Raiders, 49ers. If you have some things about DeMar, go right ahead.
Oh, on a positive note, Ronbo, I would say since we got the victory, although it was tough, a lot of it because we made it. We got the victory. Look at the outcome. The first outcome is that, Ronbo, since we beat the Raiders, we have now expanded our territory. I mean, look at it. We own Florida because we beat Detroit and Miami.
Yeah.
And now we beat the Now we beat the Raiders, so now we own the state of California.
and there's no argument about it. Because you're right. Because people say, Raiders wouldn't have left town, y'all'd still be struggling. Oh, man, we went to the Raiders, to their new house, and beat that butt over there. So our borders go all the way down to the south of California into Mexico, where they love us to death. We go to the East Coast. We don't care. We people love the empire is growing. We eat nations up like sandwiches. That's why we call this an empire. Yes. We're going to get there. All we got to do now is get there. That's Super Bowl.
Yeah. So if anyone got something to say, just let them talk about the newly found expanded territory that we have since our victory.
That's what empires do, fam. Keep on eating up dirt. Yes. The real estate is endless. And this is worldwide. Going to Germany and other places around Europe where they like to watch NFL, the UK. 49ers, baby. 49ers.
I think we, we're in good. We're fine. We just got to go out there and go ahead and put them cars to sleep this week. And
you mean
go out there
Yeah. For a whooping.
Go out there and just go out there and take care of their business and get that number on seed plus a well-deserved bye week.
Yes, indeed.
And we'll be fine.
You think the Giants can actually pull a miracle over against Philly? I understand that Hurts said, my shoulder's fine. I'm coming back out there. Oh, come on, Jalen. Take another week off. You want to be healthy for the playoffs. You're going to be fine with seed number 2.
And Ronbo, here's another thought I got. George Mason, Kyle Shanahan, Jordan Mason. I got 2 words. Play him.
You sound like me.
Play him.
I've been crying about that for weeks.
Ronbo,
you don't have to run McCaffrey in the dirt.
Ronbo, that little off tackle they did, that was about the same one as when he went 50 yards in Seattle.
You're not going to stop him usually at the first tackle. He busted through that tackle and into the end zone. I don't want McCaffrey to busting up tackles all the time. I want him in space.
Yeah, and Ronbo, I don't know about you, but it looked like that was like the exact identical when he, the touchdown that he got. That was almost the exact little off tackle play that he, that he did when he was in Seattle, and he went for 50.
He's a talented back. He knows how to cut off the tail at the right place. Left, right, he knows which way to go. He's got that kind of – running backs are born. They're not normal. You can't teach a running back that's not a running back to be a running back. He isn't that. That's a Jedi born. That kid knows what he's doing when he gets the ball. Kyle, you know what Kyle does? Well, he's in first year. Kyle, let TC play then. Stop running McCaffrey to death. Oh, he just bothers me doing that. Yeah. McCaffrey's got an ankle injury going on now. You couldn't tell. McCaffrey kept on going.
You want to run the running back. Your hot running back, run him in the ground. I'm like, man, give that man a break. Get play, George
Especially when you
Mason.
have options.
He makes plays. He makes plays.
And Brian, remember, he did that to Elijah Mitchell. Same thing with Mitchell. Remember, Mitchell was cutting up when he first came? Didn't even let Elijah into the game for the first half. Kyle,
right.
Oh, Kyle, I know you don't want to play. You paid McCaffrey a lot of money. He needs to play a lot. But come on, you can alternate even in the first half. You don't have to wait till the second half. All right, Elijah, you ready to go? And then Elijah comes in and gains more yards than McCaffrey. Why? Because of the way he runs the ball. McCaffrey gets a lot of yards, but we got a couple of running backs that are better for running tackle between the tackles. McCaffrey, you get the ball out in space or run a design a play where he can get it open, he'll kill a team. But let's do that. Don't keep making him run them hardcore runs. Yeah.
And hopefully our defense can learn their lesson. You can't burn the candle at both ends and come out and play great.
You think they were part
Hopefully they'll get back to their dominant ways.
Yeah. It won't be a big test this week, but not like last week. D-Hop and Javaria, so that's the game. That's the thing to watch. Because them two got blood in their eyes for each other. That's gonna be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
That quarterback though, he ain't with he is They was doing better before Winston got hurt. I'm more afraid of him. I don't know who this guy, Blau or something like that. Oh, he's not ready for prime time. Anyway, game's a game. Anything can happen. Brian, I'm going to tell you what, I can't wait till tomorrow. Let's talk some more 49er football. I'll be looking for you, all right?
As always, Ronbo, I'm enjoying it. Shout out to you, shout out to the faithful, and shout out to production. And guess what? The law is out.
But let me give you this, too. Gene D, Rams fans, y'all need to get used to my war cry, because you're going to hear it a lot in the next few weeks while y'all watching TV.
Bang, bang, Niner game. Niners, let's get it. Defense, wake up.
There you go. Night, Brian. The law is
all right, Ronbo. See you later.
You too, fam. Yeah. Gene D. I gotta come up with a rap for Gene D and Rudy. Hey, JC3771. Question. Do you think players are going to be a bit cautious when making contact in the upcoming games? JC, no. Football player only knows one way to play. You can't put the gas, or you can't take your foot off the gas or pump the brakes when you're playing football. You'll get hurt worse. but JJ can because he's driving. But, you play ball, you only know how to play one way. You learn how to play, and that's what you execute. And you get technique, you do whatever you can. It's all about fate. It's an unfortunate and scary thing. This game is just extremely violent. This is why when people start saying, I don't like him, he's always getting hurt. He can't avoid hurt. I'm like, you ain't never played him. It's not that easy. That's just avoid hurt. Anyway, they're not going to change. They'll still play the same kind of football. 49ers Fable, just saying, starting Dolphins game, we averaged 32.6. Oh, yeah. No, we're and keep in mind, McCaffrey, I kept saying, remember when Emilio and I were having them arguments about, well, we got to score more points. Look, McCaffrey just got here. Wait a minute until that team puts it all together offensively. Watch what happens then. Now, I know everybody's going to believe that it was Jimmy's fault and that Brock Purdy's the only reason why they're cooking. But this was going to happen no matter what. It's about the glue putting everything together. Because you notice Debo's not even out there. When he comes back, you ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till that happens. Hey, let me get this up here too. Just came in. Scapelli's and Pliers repair. Hey, God bless A-Rod, golfer Gino, who we want to face. I want A-Rod. I know, because Aaron, I love watching Aaron's face when we're beating him. I'll never forget that time Aaron's going down, and he wouldn't just go down. They were dragging him down, Aaron. He just looked like he was watching the camera as he went down. Aaron, watch. Jalen. Scapelli, thanks, fam. Jalen.
Hey, Ronbo, you hear me?
I do, and I'm waiting. I can't wait to hear you.
God dang. Oh, yeah, man. Okay, first of all, Ronbo, man, quick 10-second moment of silence for Hamlin.
DeMar. Yeah.
Yeah, just quick little 10-second moment of silence.
Got it.
Hey, man. All right, Ronbo. Cardinals, y'all are relevant. Seahawks, y'all some shit. Rams, y'all are bitch. How you doing today, Ronbo? How
you doing? Jalen, I've been telling y'all and everybody, people, Raider fans, I said, you know what? Y'all got to know it's been a charmed life for a 49 fan this year. Sweeping through the Seahawks. This is a dream come true. We've not been able to do that for over a decade. Also whipping the Rams. We've been done on a regular basis, but it was important to do that this year just to keep all things in the right. You'll make that cake. You got to have all the ingredients. And then to beat the Raiders. Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah. Jalen, me personally.
I hate the Raiders. Oh, that Raider
I really don't hate the Raiders, though, Ronbo. I don't know the history of it.
Yeah,
I don't know the history of it.
You don't know any Raider fan. I actually probably don't hate the Raiders, the team. It's the fans that get on my damn nerves. Oh, they bother me. So, I probably wouldn't hate the Raiders if I wasn't for their fan.
Yeah,
base.
I wasn't too beat up about the game either, though, Ronbo, because, don't we always say that 2019 defense was better than this year's defense? And what did Drew Brees and Michael Thomas do to us when we went to New Orleans?
Yeah. They scored as many points as we saw yesterday.
I mean, let's just we forgot about that game. How Drew Brees literally had his way with our entire set. I mean, that's Drew Brees.
They was going back
at the same time, that 2019 defense. Yeah. I mean, and look at the places we went to, Ronbo, the city that never sleeps in Las Vegas. Come on now, that's two of the most biggest party states.
And you know our dudes wouldn't sleep. They probably. All right, guys, curfew. Want you guys in your rooms and probably shut eye around 10 o'clock.
We're going to
as soon as the coach left,
we're going to
creeped out around midnight.
Yeah, I mean, I was proud of Purdy defense. I mean, a lot of those plays. That one play, that touchdown to Adams, it was a hell of a catch in the end zone. Travarius had good coverage, and then that busted coverage touchdown. Yeah, I mean, that game, them touchdowns would. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it happens.
Would they beat us? It happens. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not gonna sit up and act like Devontae Adams isn't him. Let's get that out the way right now. That's him. That's him now. Y'all, that's him. That's Devontae Adams. Like, let's not forget, on a rookie named Diamador. I mean, if you would have made that catch on Travarius, I would have said, "Hey, that's Devontae."
Mm-hmm. He does that to everybody.
So I mean, you got Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, the leading rusher. I mean. They got talent, y'all.
He wasn't playing, was he?
Renfrow. Yeah, he wasn't playing, but I mean, he a decent little slot.
Oh God, he in combination with the rest of those guys, he makes. Some
I mean,
I don't know why they're.
And then Ronbo, what I didn't realize is Jarrett Stidham and McDaniel. Remember, he coached them in New England, so he knew how to play with him. He knew how to play with him.
Hit the ground.
So that was So. I wasn't too worried about that game. I thought of the Saints game when I thought of this game. I was like, you know what I'm saying? It was a little defensive hiccup in a big city, big beautiful stadium you went to. They probably was just a little, you know what I'm saying? Adrenaline was running high.
There wasn't that many Raider fans, but they were just as loud as our people. Can you believe that?
Oh yeah. But I mean, Cardinals. We got the Cardinals next week. Kyler Murray gonna be walking. Yeah, Kyler Murray gonna be on his little toddler walking stick for probably about another year and a half. So we ain't got to worry about them, Ronbo. Yeah, Ronbo. I say it every time, Ronbo. I don't insult them. They're irrelevant. They're not gonna do anything for a minute. And then the Seahawks, they some shit. And then the Rams, they like a brochure NFL team. Come and get your Super Bowl ring. You ain't got to stay long, but we promise you we'll get you a ring. It's like an empty nest inside of it. Yeah, you ain't got to stay long. You're here for a good time, not a long time.
Hey, Jalen, a little bit off subject, but listen here. Watch Jalen Ramsey push for a trade. You know what? Because there's no reason to be in L.A. anymore. Jalen's like that. Tell you.
Ronbo, if he tries to come here, that'll be the equivalent of KD coming to the Warriors. You leave the team that you couldn't beat, and you come and join us. Our defense will probably be unstoppable.
Because I don't believe he has any shame. I believe he'd do it, too.
Yeah, he'd probably do it. He'd do it. He'd be happy, too. He knows he's coming over here with some dogs. You know he's coming over here with some dogs. But I mean, hell yeah. I mean, I wouldn't turn him away for sure. I would not turn him away.
Bad as
let's not get it twisted. As much as he gets on my nerves, I mean, look at Sherm, Ronbo. Once Sherm took that green and blue off, we love him now.
I've never hated a player worse than Richard Sherman. And when he got with us, I love me some Sherm now. I love Sherm
now. Love some Sherm. But, man, Ramsey, you come over, bro. Ronbo, Ramsey mess around, come over, put some red and gold on. I might forgive him. Might stop trolling him. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Mason, he looked good. The Rooks, man, they stepping up, Ronbo. Let these young guys play. They stepping up.
Because Jordan Mason, that's Kyle. That's blame him. I don't know why he won't. Jordan Mason needs more carries.
Jordan Mason is an athlete, Ronbo. That's crazy. Him and
200 pounds.
And Danny Gray, he was pretty explosive on that end around. He was a tackle away from taking it the distance. He was a tackle away.
Kyle is saving him. He just want to get him a little run in there and not show too much. Man, Jalen, we got to go. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to see you on tomorrow's show, and we're going to talk more about G&D. I'm going to talk about 49er football. and be looking for you. All right? Jalen, you can't leave without saying goodbye to the Rams Raiders. Rams and Hawks. Jalen. Damn. Oh, well, you got the first time. 49er Brian, thanks, Brian. He said, I don't see the Sheagles losing to Giants, so why not start Johnson, rest Purdy, Kettle. Actually, the Giants should play in the I see where you come. I thought you were talking about the Seahawks. Rest Purdy, Kettle, CMC, AB. Who cares about a W or L against red and dead birds? You know Kyle's mindset. Kyle's out. He's not going to pull the punches. He's going to hit the Eagles with everything. I mean, he's going to hit the Cardinals with everything he's got and scare us all to death in the fourth quarter with us being up. The 49ers are up 37-3, and Kyle Shanahan hasn't pulled the starters yet. And he'll go to the booth guys and say, what do you think Kyle's thinking? Well, it's a big show. It's a big show on tonight. Show.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, Show. Come on in.
Okay. Happy New Year. How are you?
Hey, Happy New Year. Well, doing great because, as I said, my dream came true. So I'm thinking of all the dreams I've had in my lifetime, this is right up there with the top 5. Beating the Rams and Seahawks completely all season long, and the Raiders. This is more than any one man could ask for as a 49er fan. Now, sweeping the Cardinals looks like it might happen. That's the hat trick. Go ahead.
If there's one team I care about beating, that's Seattle in Seattle.
Oh God, wasn't that special?
Because we always had trouble in the clink, and
for numerous reasons other than the
to
game.
win there this year, it was such a huge relief. Like, I was extremely happy we got out of there alive, and we got out of there with no injuries, and we beat them in Seattle finally. But granted, they're not the same team anymore like they were.
I don't care.
When they had the Legion of Doom. I mean,
yes. Yeah, all those years after Willis and everybody left, and Harbaugh.
I cannot forget about the image of Richard Sherman just eating Thanksgiving dinner on our logo. That's what really. That's what really ticked me off.
God.
Yeah.
No respect.
But anyways, I don't know who said they don't care about losing to the dead birds, but I actually do, because we're fighting for the number 1 seed, and we need that bye. I really think we need that bye, and we need to play everybody, and all gas, no breaks from here on out, because
you're crazy. You're
crazy. Go ahead.
You don't want to rest too much, because you come off a little rusty, and that's it's a blessing and a curse in the playoffs, I think, having a bye week. But for us, it's a huge blessing because we are constantly injured all the time.
Mm-hmm. Well, we probably needed to heal up.
Anyway. Yeah. And that week off would just do us really good, and we need to win against the Cardinals, and for Philly to lose. I think they're still going to rest Hurts and still start Minshew. I could be wrong though, but
somebody said that they've already announced that he was going to play. I don't know if that's in order to maybe boost ticket sales, because maybe people stop buying tickets. I don't know, but they've already announced that he would play, according to one caller.
Yeah, but man, Ronbo, I don't know who would want to see our team and our quarterback play from behind, but
yeah, I don't want to see that
already
too
shown
often.
he's calm. He's calm, cool, and collected. Yeah. That's why you think he points to his veins all the time. Every time he makes a great play, he's got ice in his veins. The dude
is that what he's talking about? I was saying, I know the pistols.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a show. Did you figure out? You read that somewhere?
No, somebody had said that on somewhere. I can't remember where, but the dude is just poised. I mean,
I've never seen a rookie look like
that. I've
that.
never seen a 7th round pick like that before.
To begin with, and a 7th round pick at that. But he got overlooked. There's lots of teams kicking themselves right now. He got overlooked. That is the best quarterback
because of his size,
draft.
of all things.
And that's it.
Because of his size. That is so over. Arm strength and size and athleticism can all be a blessing and a curse. I mean, look at what happened when he tried that 50-50 ball. He got picked off.
Yeah.
People are begging for the deep ball, but look what happens.
Yeah,
it's not always going to be caught.
Yeah,
and
also he throws a deep ball on occasion, but people are talking as if he's throwing a deep ball all day. You know, that's not Kyle Shanahan's offense, and people who expect Kyle to keep bombing the field, it's not going to happen. Those out, and just like BA said, yeah, we run a lot of out patterns in. That's by design. That's not because Jimmy loves it. That's not because Brock loves it or Trey. It's Kyle. So you got to change coaches if you want that kind of play that you're talking about.
Yeah, the reason why he had that in Atlanta is we don't have a Julio Jones in his prime. We don't have a Taylor Gabriel. We don't have a Russell Gage. I mean, those dudes were
and Mohamed Sanu
in another league
those
as far as
vets.
receiving. And Mohamed Sanu was still in his prime at the time.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't have those type of playmakers. Like they're in a totally different league as far as receivers goes. When they were in their prime, especially Julio. Yeah. And I don't think there's any competition next year. You don't take the keys away from this red hot hand right now. I'm pretty confident it's a lock next year that he's going to start.
I think so. And even if he loses in the playoffs, you can see the clay is there. Now all you got to do is form it. Yeah.
Every press conference, everyone always asks about Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk. They all love the dude, and then they believe in him. You know, and you don't take the keys away from somebody like that. Otherwise, you're going to break up the chemistry. You're going to have a mass exodus of players,
and
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Public pressure will be outrageous if you switch him.
And you know what?
Yeah.
It's going to sound controversial, but I don't give a shit because it's okay to admit you made a mistake. You know what I mean? Like,
I know.
It's not the end of the world, man.
No,
like,
actually,
get over it.
I think public pressure to even think about removing Brock Purdy is what I'm taking. Because Kyle will have, the whole organization will have to say, look, guys, we're watching what's going on here now. We understand what you did, so.
And not only that, the contract, Ronbo. Imagine the team, offensive line you can build around him.
Paid?
Imagine adding an extra weapon like a Mike Williams type of receiver or an A.J. Brown type of receiver.
Give me the offensive
then an extra piece that we need. Exactly, a center, an offensive, a right tackle, a guard, a right guard. I don't like run skill. He's too sketchy for me. Inconsistent at times. He's not. You know, like
I agree.
He's still really young and he doesn't know what I'm not a fan of him either. What is his name? Brendel. He's a joke.
He's a Pro Bowl alternate, though.
You know, like.
Joe, we gotta go. We're gonna run out of time.
All right,
feeling you on all this.
All right, take care. And prayers for Damar Hamlin. That is so traumatic to see on TV. It was.
God, that was.
Oh my gosh, prayers to him, please. All right, take care.
All right, Joe. Have a great night and Happy New Year.
Hey, does Bud Show do anything great? No.
Hey, Casey did, though. That block to spring McCaffrey was special. Trey, come on in, Trey. They talked to Dre.
What up with you, Ronbo?
Dre, man.
You know I had to come up in here tonight.
Oh man, we're feeling.
You know
bad
I
about
had to come up in here tonight, Ronbo. I've been missing out lately. Too many kids.
Oh, that's right. You just had a new addition, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I remember from you last time we talked.
That's 8 right there.
Yes, indeed. Well, you got
so 8 of them. So you got a lot of running around to do.
Yeah, that's.
But first and foremost, I want to say prayers up for number 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to appreciate our teammates that's out there on the field. You know, we never know who's going to suit up and when it's going to be their last time, when the players get injured. Don't even
talk into existence, fam. It scares me, the bejesus out of me. And we're all going to be on pins and needles now, just having the reality hit us Monday night as that could happen any place, any time in this violent
anytime.
Game. Yeah.
Anytime, any place. And me personally, I'm proud of my team. They're resilient, all of them. From Jimmy, Trey, Brock, you name it. The defense, offense, they're resilient the way they came back this year after injury after injury after injury. To whoever was out there suiting up, it was the next man up. I'm proud of every soldier on the team. I ain't going to take nothing from neither one of them. And, I wanted to say, You know, Grant started a big bar fight.
With who now?
What? It was a big ass bar fight, Ronbo. They were saying because he was like, "Oh, we should trade Trey," and one guy was like, "That's bullshit," and the other guy was like, "You shut up, and ain't nobody talking to you." And they were at it. I was like, "Wow."
Wait, Drake. Grant wants to trade Trey.
Yeah.
See,
he's starting that before the off season.
That's so
to all my
weird.
Niner fans, please don't start that crap.
I thought Grant was hardcore Trey, and all of a sudden he wants to trade him.
Yeah, he wants to trade him. He said his value was down, or if he said another year, and this, that, and the third. Me personally, I think Brock Purdy and Trey is some dope quarterbacks to have. Whoever starts is going to start. Bearing injury, we got a back dope. Whoever is the backup, regardless if it's Trey or if it's Brock or whoever, they're both talented. Once they get on the field,
it's not going to cost a lot of money.
There.
Yeah,
and it ain't going to cost you no money. You know what I'm saying? We can go get some more offense pieces. You know what I'm saying? To put around them and make them better. We don't. But at the same time, everybody calm down on who's starting next year and who ain't going to start. It's going to mess up the chemistry. I believe that the locker room chemistry is just fine between whoever's back there.
No, they built that culture.
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's not going to change.
Yeah, Brock, Jimmy, Trey, you see they suit up and support whoever back there. I think it's more of the fan base that's worrying about the locker room chemistry. Their chemistry is perfectly fine. So
you're absolutely right.
You know what I'm saying?
Changed.
I'm just glad we got some dogs on the team finally, some quarterbacks in the room that can get us down the field. I'm not paying attention to all the nonsense, Ronbo. I'm just happy now as a Niner fan because we got talent, man. And it's a possibility we can win a Super Bowl this year and next year and the years to come because our division is trash.
Hey, Gene D, write that down. Your team is in this division. Where's Rudy? Ready to go? I saw you a few minutes ago. Come in here and take your whooping. I love this stuff.
This division is trash. Seahawks, trash. You want to keep going? We just beat Tom Brady. The Packers are trash. What? Would you want to do it? You want to do it? The Eagles, you're only okay because of your defense. Y'all can say the same about us. But the difference is...
Wait, Drake. I am worried about the Lions to a small degree. They got a number of first-round picks again this year. Man, they're going to keep on getting them first-round picks and that coach is good.
We rebuild. They rebuilding over there. And I'm glad we rebuilding over here as we go along. You know what I'm saying?
Lynch and Shanahan, they know how to go find them diamonds. They do.
And I'm hearing that Bosa want to play with his brother. So.
Not again.
I don't know.
Oh, you talk about Joey.
Yeah.
Joey wants to play with Nick.
Play with Joey. They want to play with each other.
Okay, but Nick's not going to San Diego. I mean, you know what I mean. We need Joey to come to San Francisco.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know how they're gonna work it out. But that's what they both said.
I don't know if I can
out of both of their mouths.
If they do get this happening, oh my God, it'll be the greatest all season. You know what though? I got to tell you though, Dre, it won't compare to having swept the Hawks, the Raiders, and the Rams.
Season's been special.
Maybe it might be right up there though.
Special.
I might be equally
This
happy.
season has been special, Ronbo.
It has.
This season has been special. Very special to us. Very good to us. And we all should look at this season and appreciate it instead of trying to dissect it for the negative things that's in it. It's a new year. Let's just go in. Look at what happened yesterday. Let's just appreciate who we got on the field when we got them on the field. When they leave is when we talk trash. We fans. We ain't no critics.
I love the positives, and I love the news you just gave me. Grant started that brawl.
Grant started that, Ronbo. Put it out.
I'm shocked.
Put it out, Ronbo. I'm counting on you, man.
You know I don't do that.
I'm thankful for you every day, man. You put it out. You can go look it up. He just put it up about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. He just put it up. I'm like,
I don't know why
put
I'm
it out,
surprised.
Ronbo. Don't let him do this to our team. We need to fire him. We need to start a picket.
Dre,
to get his ass up out of here because he's finna start a fire up in our regime.
I'm amazed. Drake, we got to go. Great to hear from you. I hope you got time to get away from the kids just for a minute.
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
back
Ronbo,
tomorrow.
I'm back in the fact now. I'm back in the fold. So I'll be calling in more often.
Good.
All right, y'all stay blessed. Repent for y'all sins because we never know when it's the last day.
Yeah, a moment. Thank you, fam.
You already.
All right, Drake.
All right,
have a great
Ronbo.
night, fam. Happy New Year, too. I'll talk to you in a minute. I'm serious. I thought Trey was his boy. I thought he loved Trey. Hey, wait, didn't we get, somebody just came in with something, didn't they? I think. Who is that?
Yo, Ronbo.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Hold on. For that, Brian said, Ronbo, you forgot about me. Last super chat, you owe me a shot. 49 Brian, oh, yes. I know. Brian, a million apologies. I thought I saw something down here. I got you, fam. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Chip, get in here, Chip. Oh God!
What's going on, Ronbo?
Chip, you know how you in your lifetime, if you like the herbal essence, you know that J you've been looking for forever. You know you get a lot of stuff that's inferior. You get that one that you just, and it just your whole body just goes to this place. When we beat the Rams and the Seahawks this year, they didn't do nothing with us, and then you compounded that by going in and beating the Raiders.
Bro, we just took and we beat the Chargers, man. So they definitely own Cali.
Oh, you know what? I forgot the Chargers are in Cali.
Yeah, yeah. Dude. Hey, and everybody tries to say that we haven't beat a playoff team. Oh, they're one of the playoff teams, right?
They sure are.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
dude. That Herbert is no joke either.
Yeah, Herbert's damn good. We had to fight to win that game. People don't understand. You can't put up 30 points against every defense in the league. And matter of fact, 30 points, that's why we're one of the best offensive league right now. 30 points in the league is difficult. So, you know.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think that the Niners overlooked the Raiders. Shoot, the Raiders were playing for their playoff lives.
And
they were still in the hunt before it was all said and done. Once they lost, that was it.
Raider Carlos is in here. Wait, let me ask Raider Carlos a question, because why did the Raiders look so much better after Derek Carr left? I thought they liked Derek Carr. They played for Stidham like they've not played all year long. They would have beat anybody else not named the 49ers Sunday. Anybody else in the league they would have beat. They had to fight our ass off to win that game.
They were trying to play with the new shiny toy.
Strange.
Hey, that's all right, man. Hey, let them hate all they want, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Haters need a purpose in life, so.
I know. That fulfills it for them, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love it, dude. I love talking trash, especially the Cowboys fans. I love it.
Hey,
bro. Hey,
that would round it out. If we get the Cowboys and beat them in the playoffs, I'll be besides myself. I'll get some medication to calm me down. The
I'm
Hawks,
not, bro. I'm not.
The Rams, the Raiders, the Cowboys, all in one season. Damn! Oh God!
Yeah, they can all jump in the lake as far as I'm concerned. No, I'm sorry, Ronbo. I follow two teams. Okay, I follow the Niners and ABC.
ABC. Oh,
anybody but the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I'll take a hit on that.
Hey, you better remember that one.
Reno Carlos they're talking about.
So, Rob, I got a question for you, man. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Let's say we do close the show and win the Super Bowl, man. What are you gonna do?
I'll be in the hospital.
I'm calling out for it the next day. I ain't going in. We're partying that night.
Oh man, you'll see the screen go black because I'll be done broke something. Because that would be everything I've always wished and dreamed for in 1 year. I don't even
think about that. Think about.
I wouldn't know what to do with myself, Chip.
But think about that, bro. Think about how many good years, how many times we got our hearts broke by the Giants and losing the Super Bowl in 2012 and losing losing the Super Bowl 2019, and just like the good years and the bad years,
having
and
to deal with the Hawks for a decade, having them beat our
horrible
ass
years.
every year.
Yeah. I remember they were eating a freaking turkey dinner on our 50-yard line when they first opened the stadium. I didn't forget
that.
No, never did. And it's like bittersweet with Sherm. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Uncle Sherm, this and that." No way, bro. I don't forget, dog.
I did. I actually have to admit, I
didn't forget, bro.
I didn't want to get him on our team to begin with. When they said Sherm was coming on, I was mad as hell. But people in all of social media, it wouldn't be a bad thing. He's on our team now. I don't like to.
But still, it's like I might have. Everybody might have forgave him, but I didn't forget.
It took me a whole season though. After I seen his leadership and how he got those guys pumped up. Okay. And I started liking him more and more.
He's good. No.
Yeah.
He's good, but everybody tries to say that it was Jimmy G's fault that they lost the Super Bowl. Bro, he gave up some big ones to Tyreek Hill too in the Super Bowl.
And
so,
also,
you know what I mean?
That was the same defense we relied on all season. So it was a team effort. But
Yeah, no, they lost as a team, and you know what I mean? They got there as a team, and you know what I mean?
Lost as a team.
But shoot, we get there, dude. I'm gonna be first one to freaking
still know how
cry, dude. I don't even care, dude.
We gotta do that. Chip, I don't know if my emotions might be out of control. I won't know. I may be laughing one second, crying the other second. I know I'll be butt naked because for some reason I take off all my clothes and I get too happy. So I still don't know what we're gonna do. I gotta think about it though, Chip. They won the Super Bowl.
Hey, more than anything else, for the rest of my life, we'll win another one after that. That's okay,
We can remember 2023.
Win this one this year. Yeah, after that, forget, whatever. We'll be caught up. Look at that. Check it out. We'll be caught up with Pittsburgh. We'll be caught up with New England.
We will be right.
Cowboys fans would cry themselves to sleep, bro, forever.
And Chip, you know how people like to come in, Niners, when the last time y'all won a Super Bowl? Look, man, we got more trophies than you go ever have, so I don't know why. Super Bowl trophies don't get old. They become vintage. What y'all got? He got Hawks fans. Yeah, y'all, man, we won 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. What's in time? Shut up. You got one trophy.
Because you're a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. JD, I'm talking to you with your sorry team. Chip.
A one-hit wonder. They could have won two. All they had to do is run the ball with Marshawn Lynch.
But Marshawn got no class for him. They got to make Rusty the hero. No.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Chip, I've seen them all. I'm having
all right, bro. You have a good one, man.
Appreciate you.
Give me a shout out and go Niners.
Oh, hell yes. Super Bowl bound. Hey, Chip. Oh, this is so much fun. I'll never forget 2023, no matter what happens next. Rams and Hawks. Raiders. Addicted to action. Thanks, fam. Talking about DeMar with my family. I remember was joking about DeMar saying, I hope he dies so 49ers go to playoffs. I look at him. Are you serious? Guy died for 30 minutes and came back to life? Dave, thanks for the contribution. I'm a little confused by that. Okay. Make sure your family member, you correct them on. That's not good. Okay. Faithful Quest, the odds of this Hamlin accident happening again this generation to anyone else is astronomical. Prayers to Hamlin, prayers to all players, prayers to Chat. You do get these. It takes a while. There usually is a time gap between these horrific things. In the NBA, you never hear about a baseball player going down. Does anybody ever heard of a baseball player getting hurt or anything like that? It's NBA and NFL, but I've never heard about a baseball player or a golfer. Hey, Levi, come on in here, fam.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo? What's going on?
Oh, Levi, because like the more I think about it, the more I can calm down. I try to remain calm, but pulling this hat trick with the NFC West, and if don't let us get through the playoffs, as soon as we get to the NFC Championship game, if that be the case, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's more joy than I can actually handle because I'm not, Levi. We're not used to that. You know what I'm saying? Not for a while. It's been a while. But Levi, that Raider game, if you want to say anything about DeMar, go right ahead.
All right, before I talk about that, I got to first address the fans that said that that's because the Eagles are probably going to win that we don't have nothing to play for. We actually do have something to play for before that decided Eagle game. People don't realize this, but just because we moved to the number 2 seed don't mean we're going to keep it.
Oh, I forgot.
The Vikings will still have to lose.
Yes. Yes.
So the Vikings go in there, win that game, and then we're like, oh, yeah, well, it don't matter, and then we back at number 3. And all that excitement we had this week would have been thrown out the window.
Good point out.
People
You're
are like,
absolutely right.
Locked up the number 2 seed. It's not locked up.
Yeah, the Vikings got one more game. Yes.
Yeah, they play against the Bears too. So
you know they're gonna win.
They'll win that game. Bears are bad.
Yeah, we're under pressure. We cannot lose this weekend. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
if you want to maintain that number 2, you worked hard for it. You want to keep it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that Kyle Shanahan don't need to listen to any of us because we don't know what we're talking about.
Hit by fastballs in the head. Colin Kaepernick, I guess, has anybody died from getting hit with a fastball, though? That is possible, though. Well, go ahead, fam.
I think the Hamlin guy had a heart attack or something. I think that's why
cardiac arrest.
So that's probably so that's what makes it a thing. It's not like I don't know if his running and hit triggered it or whatever. But that was one of the stuff that's outside of
control. Levi, you have to ask, had he been just sitting at home doing nothing, would that have happened at that same given moment? It's the game is one that sends stress levels soaring. So yeah, it was probably related, but it's just it's such an awful thing.
It's terrible. But anyway, now talking about the 49ers. This is like actually something the defense kind of struggled with throughout the year, and that's our deep passing defense. Like when people teams go deep on us, we kind of get exposed from. Remember, like the Saints, whenever they threw the ball deep, almost a completion.
Well, you know what was that receiver? Cook. We got lucky that Akello damn near killed him on that one play, and he had to leave because every time Breeze put it up down there, he was there to take it. That was a big dude, I think, too.
Yeah. So.
Like Devontae and Darren Waller.
And another thing was that, man, our defense got real sloppy in that game.
See,
like they were leaving
Levi, that's it right there. Yeah, because usually we beat hell out of the quarterback. We couldn't get him.
And then, but the gap integrity was probably the bigger thing because I guess it's like back, I don't know, like last year or something when how when they be trying to focus too much on the pass rush, they want to get that sack. And then, they leave a wide open lane.
Tell you, man,
I could have probably got a first down on.
Levi, there are times I don't want to run the wide 9 setup. I'm telling you, man, it's just, I
don't know, though, but everybody just got pushed to the side, and there was a big lane. He said, okay, if I don't see nobody, just run it.
Well, we do that every week. At least once every week.
I don't know. I don't remember.
We do that.
I don't remember seeing a lane that big. Like, man, it was wide open.
How many quarterbacks? Even Brady did it. I was funny. Even Dudes said even Brady could have ran through that hole. There's something. The pursuit somehow gets past, and every OC in the league is looking for it. Somehow the pursuit goes past the quarterback. He's standing there. I may as well step on up, and they do. God.
Meaning that if they don't see a play, then just run it, get the first down.
Well, better yet, he's got a better look of what's going on. He can see better. We got to fix that.
I don't really got much to say about Lenore. He was given a really tough assignment. So, I mean.
I ain't even mad at him, man. Devontae does
maybe he should have got a little more help. Maybe he should have had more help. Maybe DeMeco Ryans was a little too aggressive at times. And I think I left that game thinking, dang, man, I didn't know the Raiders' offensive line was so good.
I didn't. Same here.
Because for the most of the game, they kind of held our defense. And I remember even when we had that little blitz, and they just like completely picked it up. I'm like, dang.
No, what? All game long, they pretty much contained that defensive front, and that's why it made our secondary look vulnerable, because Stidham had all day to throw. Any quarterback in the league, he don't even have to be good, will do that to you if he's in the NFL. Man.
So that's what that. Now with the offense, I guess Trey Lance can have at least one thing that he can look forward to, and that is that that deep arm throw is not great. I think that this is the second interception he got from underthrowing the ball. Like, if he would have been able to put more mustard and throw it over, George Kittle could have, like, kept going, and he probably would have got it. Or at least it wouldn't have been intercepted. But the ball was a little bit underthrown.
Yeah.
I think most of his deep passes success is because people are more wide open, and when they're wide open, it's easier.
Well, you know,
I can say the same thing about Jimmy.
He hit Kittle in stride, though. You know,
but he probably was open.
Oh yeah, well, he was ahead of the pack, and that's what it takes more than anything else. That receiver has got to get out in front. You can't thread a needle down the field, or throw into a tight window deep down the field. That receiver's got to beat the defense, and that's always going to be the case.
Yeah. So, and Trey Lance, the one good thing he has is deep ball. All you got to do is get 10% better at his accuracy, and, you know, he'll have a chance.
Well, they're going to give it to him because they gave up too much to get him. Trey will definitely get a chance next season to compete.
He might need to go and train under somebody that can help him build his accuracy and his confidence, because those were his biggest weakness as a quarterback. I know some people say that sometimes he's hesitating on throws. You got to be decisive.
Well,
that's one of Brock Purdy's things.
Yeah,
Decisive.
You got to make up your mind.
You know, you want to throw to, he throw with confidence.
Yeah. And that comes from a lot of years at college. Training is necessary. Trey hasn't had that much in college, and he hasn't had that much in the pro level. So what we're seeing here is the makings of a quarterback that's going to take a little time to make. And they knew he was going to be raw when he came in. That's why a lot of us expected too much from him. You know, so we'll see what happens next year.
I would have thought that if Trey Lance made it, I felt like we probably wouldn't even be here. I felt like he would have. This would have been a developmental year. Him getting confidence. Maybe there's a small chance that we could have.
Kyle said something like that earlier. He said that probably the defense was going to carry us this year because we knew we were going to have to go through an adjustment period with Trey. So, you know, next year. But the bad thing about it, he lost this year, and that really hurts because he needed this year to get his self in prime condition.
Well, I think it hurts for him and his career. You be seeing how kind of his facial expressions whenever you see him in the background. He don't be looking as excited as everybody else.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go leave. I'm gonna tell you what. I'll be back tomorrow, and let's talk some more 49ers. All right.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You
and
too,
prayers
fam.
to the Hamlin.
Yeah. All right, fam. And let's go check. Night, fam. Let's go check out Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
I was waiting for that door. Bethel, come on in, man. We're just having victory. We're having Victory Tuesday, as you know, due to the situation that happened yesterday with Lamar Hamlin. But
prayers to him and good and look at how the Niners are. If he passed through Levi, you see his numbers and prayer for him. You know, that shows you. You know, the kind of people that we are.
Hey,
you know, to do something like that.
It has to be that way, Bethel. For what are we if we aren't one whole group? You know, I don't like the Raiders. I don't like the Rams. I don't like the Seahawks. But I would certainly appreciate the fact that they are the competition, and I love playing them every year. So we can hate on teams like we do with the fans, but the teams, I don't want anything seriously bad to happen to anybody. I've always felt that way. If you ever played ball, you know you don't want to see anybody get hurt. This is a game we love. We don't want to get hurt doing it.
Yeah, it was the way I see it. It was probably something that out of 1 in 100 that could happen. That it was just the timing. It basically hit, and you know, if it would not been the timing, it probably would have not caused it. So It's just that you never know, what might happen.
Yeah.
And so it's just a bad accident. But
they got to look at that a
something
little further,
about
because the direct cause for that hasn't actually been determined. Now, he had a cardiac arrest. You don't get a heart attack from contact, I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but
I think the league was saying something that they have computers and stuff like that to see why it maybe happened. So maybe later on they'll give an update on
they
maybe
can't
how
determine
it
it
happened.
just yet. Right now, the only thing that's important is trying to resuscitate him and revive him and get him back to health.
Yeah. And something that actually caught my eye on the Raider game is that, even Nick Bosa said it, that they underestimated this team. And if you see, the defense was doing stuff that they usually don't do. Maybe our defense coach was making some experiments on if they have to make some certain changes to the defense. See if it could withstand, to people like Adams and stuff like that. Because if you see when we played the Seahawks and some other top, wide receivers, we locked them up pretty good. They maybe have some plays here and there, but we locked them up good. This one, they probably want to do some experiments.
Try some new things.
It failed. Yeah, try some new things.
Well,
and
they did better in the second half. That's why we went back to what they were doing before.
Instead of trying to do it with the Cardinals, that a little bit, you could do more experiments than there. They try to do it with the Raiders.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
play the Raiders. You needed to play the Raiders anyway because you were hoping that the Vikings would lose. Didn't know yet.
Yeah, so they probably said, you know what, let's do some experiments, and if it doesn't work, then they're not gonna do it no more. They probably won't do it in the playoffs, and they probably won't do it. That's why they probably underestimated this team, because they were trying to do some new things. And when you have a game plan, set on, remember Kyle tried it too with our offense before. Try Trent Williams throw a little, try to get him a little touchdown, try to do little experiments here and there, and they failed. So, maybe our defense.
They're good ideas. They probably look good in practice doing that.
Yeah. So maybe they try to do that, and they thought with this,
But Bethel,
quarterback.
The thing is, though, Devontae Adams, this is every time he plays us, he has a good time, whether it be with Green Bay and this time now with the Raiders. So this is why we can't really get mad at Demo. Devontae, I don't know how many yards he has this year, but he does this. There's nobody
he broke the record actually in our game. He beat I think it was number 84. He used to play for the Vikings.
Jefferson?
No.
Tim Brown.
He broke a record.
Tim Brown's record. He broke Tim Brown.
Tim Brown, Raiders. Tim Brown. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Devontae does that to every. There is nobody you can go get to stop Devontae. So that's just the way it has to be. You can't condemn Demo. Demo ain't the only one.
Yeah, and then plus our pass rush couldn't get there because, they were holding our defense. So, but we're gonna see if their offense doesn't put up a lot of points against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they start throwing a bunch of flags for them holding, then you're gonna see that the referees,
Bethel,
we're not calling a good game.
As long as we don't see Bill Vinovich and his crew, we've got a shot. If Vinovich is running out in the field and getting ready to, Kyle should say, well, we're not going to play until you replace that crew. We're not playing with Vinovich's crew out there again. That's it. We're not doing it. You guys can do whatever you want, but you got millions of people watching, and you got these stands filled up. Make the change, or we're not going out there. I'd do it too. Vinovich is a damn crook.
Yeah.
Bethel, we
Yeah,
gotta go
yeah,
though.
he is.
Let me. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and put 2 days together. All right.
All right, Rumble. Hit the like and subscribe. And this is something for the Seahawks fans. If the Seahawks lose, they're out of the playoffs. So,
Who do the Hawks play this
if
week?
they lose against the Rams.
Oh, no.
That's
They play the
sorry for them.
Rams?
Yeah. Yeah, they play the Rams. So if they lose against the Rams, they're out of the playoffs.
Damn it. Now I'm worried. Hey, Rams, for a change, play worth a damn. The Toilet Bowl takes place this Sunday. The Rams versus the Hawks. Bethel, let me see you tomorrow, fam. All right?
All right, Rumble. Great night.
I didn't know that. I didn't know the Rams and Rams and Seahawks were squaring off this week. It's a damn shame. Ellis.
Yo.
Ellis. Come on in, man. We're celebrating that
I was
win.
just saying, come on, Ronbo, damn. And then you called my name. I said, see, there we go.
I got a clown. I waste a lot of time with that clown, and Gene D sitting here making his presence known. And the Rams, I like to work on them. And, Texas boy ran through here. I seen ready to go, made my day. They can't stay the hell up out of here, Ellis. I love it. But hey, Marketing Pro, you're welcome to come on in. Call in. Ellis, let me stop. Ellis, your feeling about that game, I know you had a few things to say after the game. You may have had some more things you want to add to that. And also the unfortunate situation with DeMar. If you'd like to say some things about that, go right ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, first and foremost, definitely, sending prayers and, light and speaking life over the young fella, man. DeMar, that was one for the books, man, right there. First time something like that was televised and was taken to that extent and was of that severity. So this is a major shocker to the football world as a whole, man, the sports world as a whole. So definitely want to speak life and recovery to the young man. Yeah, man, that's not a game. So I'm praying for him that he's able to recover and come back and just give him life. We're speaking life over him. So, but in regards to the game, man, it's that was a game that we needed the offense to have the defenses back. It was a little shocker.
Yeah.
It was a shocker for us because we're not used to seeing that happen to our defense.
Mm-hmm.
But they're human and they're not the human error is more common than it's not.
And especially when you're in Vegas. That's why there's a lot of divorces of guys going to Vegas and coming back. What happens in Vegas doesn't always stay in Vegas. This will. God, I hate that. But go ahead.
Yeah. But, it was a little shaky. They did start to get a little shaky with the calls and stuff started to happen. But like I always say.
They call holding for us. They just hate to make that call. Man.
They always want to pull some shit on us. And look where we're at. Look who we're playing.
That's got to make somebody. Yeah.
But we can't leave it in the referee's hands, like I always say. If we're beating them by 21 points,
it would be no problem. Ellis, I just realized something though. The mob is still operating it. No, I'm not even gonna think. No, nothing like that. Because if that was the case, Raiders should be winning more games.
Yeah, hey, they can make up for all their losses, off of one game if the odds are in their favor,
They
so
were 6 to 9 points.
Yeah, so those things are very much a reality. So we gotta just make sure that we're taking care of business and not allowing these teams or the referees or anybody to have any kind of control. Stidham, I already said was a good quarterback, man, and they got Devontae over there, man.
Yeah, that's all.
Josh Jacobs. If they just
Darren Waller.
Yeah, man, they get busy.
Players.
Yeah, Hunter Renfro. Renfro was the most quiet. The tight end Moreau or whatever it was getting more play than Renfro was.
Wasn't
and
he?
Renfro was a baller.
I didn't even know Renfro was in the game.
He's got like
Jimmy. Oh, he had to deal
he's
with
like
Jimmy.
Cooper Kupp-esque. Yeah. So it was a game, man. That was one that we needed, though. We needed to have that. We needed I think Nick Bosa kind of was touching on the fact that it sounded like they kind of underestimated Stidham a little bit. And I mean, if you went back and looked at some of his tape, he actually played good for Belichick when he came in and he played a few games.
Yeah.
When he started in New England, he was not lackluster. He was definitely efficient, and he's not he's not a slouch.
I wonder why they got
so. Well, because Belichick put all his eggs in one basket, and so now he's got he made his bed, he got to land it. But he got zappy too, so they're pretty good at selecting quarterbacks over there. I mean, shit, they had what's his name over there too. I don't know how I just forgot his name. Who's over there at the Browns? Who was playing for the Browns the first half of the season?
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. And he went over to the Colts, and now he's over. Yeah. What is his name? Teddy?
Yeah.
Anyway, I know what you mean.
Jacoby.
Yeah. Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just, he's pretty good they're pretty good at QBs over there, picking up QBs.
Actually,
but anyway.
Yeah. No, I agree. I was going to agree, and actually, you're right. They don't always. They're pretty good at looking for the quarterback that they want to fit their system.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that was a game that we needed. I still want us to leave Debo out. I'm hearing about, guys worrying about,
Ronbo.
Not everybody being ready and stuff like that.
Yeah, guys, please don't unmute.
So, I'm concerned about, that aspect of it, because if we have Debo come in, we have Elijah come in and take a few. All it takes is one play. We got to understand that.
And that happens.
We got to understand that
I know.
The unknown is out of our control, and we have to be as calculated and as sound in our decision making as possible. And that involves us not playing guys unnecessarily. We don't need Debo or Elijah Mitchell to beat the Cardinals. We can beat the Cardinals with Tevin Coleman
and Jordan Mason,
Ty Davis Price, and Jordan Mason in the backfield. And we don't even need CMC. We could let even CMC rest, to be honest. As long as we got George playing and, our wide receivers and Juwan and stuff like that, we can still run our offense efficiently, which I know we can. I think we're going to be good in the hood.
We will be. And Ellis, I'll be back tomorrow, and let's continue with this. Because,
that's a bet.
It's marching toward Sunday real quick. Yeah. All right, fam.
Yeah.
Appreciate you,
It's right around the corner. We made it, We made it. We here. It's the last game of the season, y'all, And we on, man. We on to the next stage. So let's embrace it, man. Let's keep it positive and go Niners, man. It's for life.
There you go. Shout out to the squad too. All right, fam.
Yes,
See you
sir.
tomorrow.
Shout out to the faithful. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, man. You know where you at.
Thanks, Phil. And let's go check Emilio. That's clearly at work. Emilio, it's time for Latino Heat. Latino Heat. Emilio, get in here, man. We sitting up here tripping on everything football, because everybody's scared to death about the secondary now. I ain't gonna be scared. I still say Devontae Adams. Ain't nothing you can do about Devontae Adams, but hope you contain him. You can't stop him.
No, that was just
you got to hope to contain him.
That was just a bad game.
Yeah.
That was just a bad game. We had to, it happened.
Yeah.
We needed the offense to win the game, so we were trying to just. Brock Purdy can do it. Brock Purdy finally did it. That was the one thing he was missing. Come from behind and win.
Didn't want us to win it, but yeah, we still did anyway. Robbie, man, he's got to find a way to. He does that all year long. Ice runs through his veins, and then suddenly he'll have that one moment.
We got to be all players fumble, all kickers miss kicks, all quarterbacks are interceptions. It's bound to happen. It'd be crazy if it didn't happen.
Yeah,
and at least he got the one that counted. You know, you got to look at Fuquanga. He came back and fixed his mistakes. You got to look at Brock. You know, Brock Purdy throwing interceptions. He fixed it, those touchdowns. So they fix their mistakes. You know, that's the thing they do. So once if we can make mistakes, rebound the next drive, we fix it, we're good. So it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the team rallied and won the sorry ass won this partless Raiders. That's all that matters. You know. So other than that, don't even make it.
That's the Raiders talk. They still lost. Y'all still lost. Y'all, I know you're watching, but y'all still lost. So you can talk about how we barely won all you want.
They're irrelevant. They're not in the. It doesn't matter if we Brady won. We still. I mean, it doesn't matter if you look at Kansas City when they beat the games and they win, and you look at when the Eagles came back and you look out for the Colts and you know Vikings coming back and beating the damn.
I still can't get over that.
Same thing.
Indy. That's Indianapolis, man. I don't know what the 33 points. Well, they already said it's the worst ever. Nobody's ever lost the 33-point lead in one half. Damn.
Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff like that happens. Raiders act like, oh, you know, they've had talent. It's just they have a dumbass quarterback in Carr. Carr is never. You got to realize Carr leads the league in interceptions right behind Dak. Him and Dak are tied. So if Dak throws another interception,
and he will.
He's going to lead the league. Exactly. He's going to lead in interceptions. So, and Carr was the main problem in that team.
Wait. I just want to make Raider fans a little more mad. I mean, Cowboy fans. Because Dak ain't even played a whole season.
Exactly. That's the other problem.
Cowboys.
Yeah. You know, that doesn't make sense. But hey,
$40 million.
You know,
throw it all in my INTs. Camilo, if he didn't have his run game, okay. You know what? We gonna stop.
He'd be horrible.
We gonna stop that run.
Their better run game is what's his name? Not Zeke, the other guy. Whatever his name is. I forgot.
Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard. That's the running back. You know, Zeke is overpaid too. They overpaid for Zeke and they overpaid for that.
Boy, if we get the Cowboys and we pick Deke off a couple of times, man, you gonna see some trash.
It's gonna be more than a couple of times. We're gonna pick him off 2 or 3 times. So,
I'm gonna get arrested right here on YouTube, man. I'm gonna talk some trash. Boy. So y'all, all that Cowboy, y'all America's team. And y'all got this. You're the most expensive franchise in sports. Boy, look at you.
You know one thing I was wondering you should do, Ronbo?
What?
You should have a viewing party one day somewhere. For these playoffs.
I thought about that.
You should try to have one.
You know? But it's the thing is we have eaten poo. Emilio, man, teams were getting. Well, the Raiders never had no chance with Chuckles here, but we've been the Hawks and the Rams. We had to go through some pain with them, especially the Hawks. And now look who's sitting up on top. Boy.
Yeah. It takes time, you know. It takes time. We're at top. You know. All we need to do is at the end of the season lift the Lombardi, right? You know, one game at a time.
A moment.
So it's all right. We have the offense. We have the offensive power, and we have the defense to stop that. Whoever, you know, Mahomes and Queese over there got a lucky one on us, and we weren't ready. Everything else, we should be ready to go.
And the Mahomes knows. The Chiefs know. They got over.
You know what? Where's that Cardinal fan that was talking amazing fast in the beginning of the season? All of a sudden, disappeared.
What is his name? He ain't been on the phone in a long time. I don't know. Well, I forgot his name. We haven't talked to him such a long time. God, my Cardinal dude. Come on, man. Don't be like that. Don't be like a Rams fan.
Mark even Pro, they all done disappeared. All of a sudden, they were talking
we couldn't escape them in the offseason. Remember, they was all over. They was running the damn chat. They had them in here in the double digits. But Raiders used to be worse, you know. Raiders own the whole chat, damn it. They come in and talking. We own this place. Yeah, y'all, boy.
You know, the only ones left of the Cowboys. They're gonna punch them. They're gonna punch them in the mouth when it comes to playoffs. You know, they were all salty. Came came last year. So no, it's a matter of time. We're gonna punch them all in. We've been punching everybody in them times. So they're next. There comes one that mostly matters when we go send them home.
That's right. We gotta go. I'll be back tomorrow looking for you. All right.
And then praise that to the homie over there. That's
DeMar.
It's just a freak accident, stuff like that. Yeah. Stuff happens,
Hopefully
but
it doesn't
it
happen
is a violent
anymore.
sport. So hopefully it comes through. You never know, but
I hope so.
you just got to be careful. Stuff happens.
I know.
It's just one of those things you can't really avoid.
Game of violence.
Just hopefully it gets better. But all right, man.
All right,
Good night
fam.
to everybody. You have a great night.
Thanks, Emilio.
All right.
And let's go. And we go from Emilio to Liam all the way up in the Great White North, and he's drinking Molson Olsen beer. Is that right?
No.
You don't like Molson?
I don't drink booze.
Oh, good. Because I've tasted Molson beer
4 years ago.
Okay, there you go. I mean, I like Molson, but I think a little bit overrated. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. Well, Liam,
I remember when I was in college, I drank a lot of it.
Yeah. Is that why you stopped? Because you got carried away?
No, I went to dinner with my girlfriend, and we don't really go out that much. We cook a lot at home, but we were out.
That's nice. Yeah.
And I said, "Can I get a Coke Zero?" And she said, "Sure."
Yeah.
And I finished, and then she came by later. She's like, "Do you want another one?" And I just realized, like, I don't have to get a beer. Like, I could just get Coke Zero. And then I wouldn't be having alcohol. It's ridiculous. And then it just kind of got out of control. Like, I just stopped drinking altogether. And then I realized it just became like, it felt so good over time that, like, I was like, whoa, this is amazing.
I stopped overdoing it years ago as well because I missed a month or two of Sundays. And I realized,
you're wise.
Is this really necessary? I could have fun. I'm already high strung. I don't need to get juice to have a good time. I agree. Look, it sounds like we're alcohol AA class between me and Ronbo. But Liam, just like me, it's nice to smell the natural glow and glory of a well cultivated. Well, you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
Liam,
hallelujah.
Let's talk about what's happened in the last 24, 48 hours. Now, we're all still anticipating good things. We're hoping for good things for DeMar.
Yeah, hope.
And anything you want to add to what you may have said for this victory Monday? We're moved to Tuesday. What are you thinking?
Can I comment on Hamlet for a second?
Can you what?
Comment on Hamlet?
Yeah, please. Go right ahead. We all have.
Just okay, cool. Just a prayer,
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going to go Dan Orlovsky style. Like, that was awesome. Actually, that was really cool.
Yeah, Orlovsky and that guy at FX1 who I can't stand. I even appreciated him today. So, yeah. But I know what you mean.
Yeah. Yeah, just, in Canada, there was a horrific bus crash maybe 4 or 5 years ago. The whole hockey team, young kids, like, and teenagers, and like most of them died, and like a bunch of them like lost limbs, and like were in wheelchairs, and just a terrible thing. Like, just, and like to this day people put hockey sticks out on their front porch, to like kind of honor the team and stuff. And it's just like, especially in the entertainment context, a lot of people just, especially the stuff on social media, gets so insane.
Oh, especially in Twitter is
like
just
the stuff that the
outrageous.
athletes have to put up with, and like part of it comes from the media, part of it comes from fans, and like social media just turns players into memes. Just dehumanizes people, and
we lose our perspective because from where we sit, we're not feeling anything. Yeah, it's and some people, this is already ingrained into their twisted little minds, and then they get, it's like a weapon when they get on social media. That's why I say, some of these, you gotta, God take his computer, take it away from him. Take his phone.
Yeah.
Don't let him communicate. He's sick. You know?
It's just like on some levels, as a sports fan, it's sad, that we have to have these moments to remind us that athletes are human beings, that they're not just, because some of the stuff that gets said, they're human beings. They have families. They have a heartbeat. They have a goal for this life, somewhere they want to go, something they're trying to accomplish, people they're trying to lift up. So,
says, well,
and
Liam, I will
I've
never
played
complain
football
about a player
for a
asking for
long
more
time.
money. I had my last moment. I never really did.
I mean, whatever.
But from now on, I'm
they're
done
part of
with
a
that.
system. We're all part of the system. Like, go do the best that you can, because you don't have
at any moment, Liam. That's why I'm saying, whatever they're getting paid is not enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's dangerous. Like you said it at the beginning, it's like gridiron stuff, like Coliseum stuff. It's so just pray. Like I have a friend, actually, it's a bit weird. His son went missing for like 3 days. He was on a hike, and people started giving up hope, and they found the kid. He was alive.
Wow.
And he had like wandered off their property in the forest, and they were like, shockingly, like they just couldn't find him. Like the most horrifying thing you could imagine. He was maybe 3 years old. And it became like a national story.
God, the mom and dad must have been
And
going
like
nuts. Oh.
Yeah. And like right at the last second, they found the kid, and they got him back, and it was crazy. So miracles happen, so praying for one tonight.
Yeah.
Quickly about this game.
Yeah. You get 1 minute.
Very quickly, because I know I've taken up way too much here.
No, it's okay. Real quick. Go ahead.
This was a crazy game. Like, McCaffrey is not getting enough credit for how big his game was, I think. Number one, maybe he is, but maybe I'm not paying enough attention. But, and it's interesting between both Garoppolo and Purdy, you see both of them, like, he's always Mr. Reliable. It's like, okay, if I don't see the shot, or if I don't know about the shot, like I don't know if I should take the shot,
Christian's available.
they're going there. And but Purdy also seems to be going more to Kittle as well. I don't know what was going on. Maybe that was all. Ray probably had the most explosive play of the game, I thought. Really, really awesome. I just love that guy. And somebody had said on defense that Josh Jacobs was the meanest, best running back he's ever played. I think it was Bosa.
It was Nick.
Yeah. So I thought that was an interesting comment. And they won in time and possession, the Raiders. And sorry, I've been all fucked up. Excuse my language. Sorry. I've been all messed up after this Hamlin thing.
Stop with
it's really just messed me up.
It is, And hopefully by tomorrow we're going to hear some progression on his condition too.
Yeah.
But Liam, we're going to go. I tell you what I'm going to do. I want to be back tomorrow since we had to take Monday out. No need to apologize. You're okay. And
I think it was the right idea. I think that made sense. I think it would have been hard to talk about anything.
Yeah, I don't know how we're going to be jumping up and down after watching that Monday. And we saw
it'd
in
also
real
be
time.
interesting to see what goes down with the various options. There's 3 scenarios floating for how it could go down, or maybe 4 or 5, like in terms of what happens with this game and then the rest of the games, and then actually impacting the playoffs.
Well, see, that's what everybody's talking about. Probably going to start talking about tomorrow. Maybe more about that. All right, Liam. But we're going to go now.
Yeah.
And
all right, Ronbo. Yeah,
right,
sorry about tonight.
No, it's okay. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Night, Liam.
All right, bye.
Hey, Steven, you in Rome. Come on in.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Steven, the NFL is a place where there's always something going on, good and bad. And we already know about the bad from Monday night. And we already know about the good, that we're number 2 as long as we maintain position and beat the Cardinals coming up this Sunday. Steven, have any more observations you want to make on the game? As Victory Monday we did not have because of DeMar. And you have anything you have to say on DeMar, of course, you're welcome to go ahead and let that out as well.
Yeah. Our Achilles heel showed up on the Raider game. That's for sure. That's the main thing. Our Achilles heel decided to show itself on Sunday. Sorry.
Hey, Rome, I hear you. sounds like he's a little bit of on the wrong side there. Is that a sneeze or was that formula coming up? Yeah.
No, that's he unfortunately got diagnosed yesterday with RSV. So.
What condition is that?
Yeah. No, he's good. He's good though. He's
Respiratory.
active. He's still talkative. He just got that nasty cough.
Oh yeah, they'll be all right. You got to go through baby things. But yeah. I say. Well, you got a little bit too. It looks like, huh? You okay?
Oh no, I've had this cough since Thanksgiving. I got it from COVID and it hasn't gone away.
Oh,
since,
that's right. You did tell us about that when you had that, didn't you? Oh,
yeah.
When that thing goes away, COVID is really. But Steve, go ahead. Give us some of your thoughts.
Like I said, on our defense, the ugly side showed up. For some odd reason, we couldn't really cover Devontae. We couldn't really cover Waller. Our run defense was just non-existent. Josh Jacobs really had his way with us. But I mean, I don't know if that's just like a one time or whatnot. But I know for a fact, Debo got bullied. He got picked on. He got serviced. He got cooked on every single play option that the Raiders had going towards him.
But Steve, you know what? He got an education in that because you know what? Demo, whoever he plays next, is not going to be able to abuse him like Devontae. Devontae probably taught Demo. Demo's probably even talking to him after the game. You know that little move you put on me that back there? Yeah. Can you let me show me that one more time, will you? Yeah, I'll show you that, man. Because you just got in the league and everything. But don't worry about it, man. You did a good game. Because playing Devontae Adams is a task for every cornerback in the NFL. That's why he's Devontae Adams. Darren Waller's nobody's baby. Darren Waller is the best tight end not named George Kittle or what's his name over in Kansas City in the league.
Travis
That boy he can play. Oh my God, he's good.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the more. He's definitely an underrated tight end. That's not George Kittle or Kelsey. And it's fun to watch him. It's fun to see what I call, it used to be the dark side of the Bay, what they had. But,
God,
But you know what, Ronbo? If I'm shooting for the moon here. I'm asking a lot. But if we end up taking the ball with Brock Purdy, it's gonna make for a very, very interesting QB talk after the season. Who's gonna start? Who's QB1? Who's QB2? Okay, who's back at QB? Staying? Who's not staying?
If he wins all the way out, there'll be no. Yeah, because Trey's got to come in and train next year because he lost another season in training, and clearly Brock Purdy can run that offense, right? So that's I don't know what Kyle's going to do, what the 49ers what they're thinking already, but yeah, you're right. That drama's going to unfold after the Super Bowl celebration. Wouldn't it be nice? We have the Super Bowl celebration, but about a week, 2-3 later, they're going to just savor that win, and then they're going to start talking about because actually the Super Bowl's late, right? So you can start talking about free agency and stuff like that, and a lot of things are going to happen. So we're going to see.
Ooh, and then another thing I wanted to touch up on. We're going to be going back to South Florida to play Arizona, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Christian McCaffrey got a touchdown, if Brandon Ayuk got a touchdown, if Ray got one, and Debo got one.
Down. Yeah.
It's going to be a madhouse. It's going to be a madhouse around there. Everyone's going to eat.
Because Arizona, man, they look crazy bad now. They don't care anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised if, Trey rolled up in a wheelchair on the field and got a touchdown himself.
I can see now. Mike McGlinchey's got the back of the chair, and he's just rolling Trey into the end zone. And give Trey the ball from the chair and throw it down. Man, this is – I feel sorry for the Cardinals. We got to stop clowning them, Steven. Because, I clowned the Raiders before we played them, too. I don't know what I was thinking.
We wouldn't clown the Cardinals as hard if it wasn't for Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's attitude is what kind of sets the tone for the entire organization.
But Steven, have you ever talked to a Cardinal fan that really pissed you off? I've never talked to a Cardinal fan. Even that guy that used to call in here every now and then, I thought he was hilarious.
I didn't even know they existed. I still don't think they exist.
This is the same thing
I
that's
feel
rolling around
like
L.A. Somebody say, have you ever talked to a Clippers fan? Billy Crystal is a Clippers fan. He was one of the first that got any credit.
People didn't, Ronbo.
Yeah.
People in this generation had no idea who the Clippers were until Blake Griffin. Outside of that, they have no idea who the Clippers
Because they've never been anybody. They were in the Lakers' shadow. They weren't winning any ball games. You know? And like I say, Blake Griffin came and they got a little identity. And now they got good players. They got one of the best teams in the league now as far as assembly of talent.
Yeah.
Hey,
and the Lakers are probably one of the most
worst now in L.A. God. Poor LeBron. I would say poor LeBron, one of the richest athletes in the world. We're going to go, Steven.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, let me see you tomorrow, you and Rome. Just have a great night. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and come back tomorrow because we only got a couple more. This is the last game.
I know. I know. Isn't it crazy?
Season went by quick. All right, fam. Have a great night. Night, Rome.
Good night.
Night, Steven. He answered. Clarence Molina, he says, Adams gave lessons to Demo. He will be better for it. I feel that's got to be the case. Because Demo said, I ain't never seen nothing like this. And this dude is big, man. And put moves on me. And I'm supposed to be the smaller, more coordinated body here. Tony.
Ronbo, good evening. How are you?
Oh, it's an outstanding evening, Tony. And well, you know what? It's marred by one of our guys going down. And I look at anybody in the NFL, you know, I can talk bad. I don't even want to see a Cowboy go down like that. And, you know, I don't like the Cowboys and the Hawks. You know, I don't want to see anybody go down. Like, it scared me to death when I saw him drop like that. And they showed it, and they kept showing the replays. Wow, that wasn't from the hit. What happened? And then, of course, the ambulance scene, the crying. I mean, there's Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen there in tears. I says, oh, man, he didn't lay down that long. Why are those guys crying? That can only mean one thing. Oh, please, no. You know, and then they talked about resuscitating him two times later. And every horror you thought about was in play. It was in progress. Whoa, he's still not out of the woods. So.
Hey, Ronbo, if I can for a minute.
Go ahead.
Father God, please strengthen the young man, Damar Hamlin, and strengthen his family. Please help him get through this, Lord. He has family that needs him and loves him. He has teammates that needs him and loves him. He has a city, 2 cities, Buffalo and Pittsburgh, where he went to the University of Pittsburgh, that love him. They need him, Lord. Please guide him back to health and back to strength. Football has nothing to do with this. This is about a young man's life. Please protect him, Lord, and guide him and bring him back to health and bring him back to us, Lord, in your name and your son, Jesus' name, amen. I'm sorry, Ronbo.
Amen. Amen.
Good call, fam, and amen to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But, Ronbo, I'm really not going to talk about that much. I'm going to talk about a little history that a friend of mine told me about.
All right.
He said that stadium is cursed, which I don't believe because there's injuries everywhere. But he gave me this list. He talked about the playoff game where Carson Palmer got hit in the knee by Pittsburgh, and he was out. Remember Carson Palmer tore up his knee against the Steelers in that playoff game?
Yeah, because Carson
then he
played
talked about
for the Bengals to start his career.
Yeah, in that stadium. Then he talked about, you remember that Vontaze Burfict, that dirty hit? He gave Antonio Brown a concussion in a playoff game.
In fact, the Bengals had a bunch of dirty players at that time, and I do remember that.
Yeah, so in the same stadium and knocked out Antonio Brown. And then you remember Ryan Shazier got paralyzed in that stadium. Pittsburgh against Cincinnati again, making a tackle.
Is that the
Thank
same
God,
place?
the Lord
That's it.
him.
Again,
He's
the
back
Bengals
walking.
were hatchet men back then. That's right.
Yeah. And so those three times, and then this year earlier in the season with Tua on that Monday night game, Tua in that stadium.
Was that against the
got paralyzed?
Bengals? It was.
That was in that stadium, same stadium, and then this happened. So it was just something. I was just saying it's a coincidence, but he made an interesting point there.
Oh, it is an interesting point. But, because those a-holes that used to play for the Bengals, all of those guys are gone now. So that there's still something going on in there. You could attribute it to the class of player they had back then. But now, as you say, this continues.
All those things happen in that stadium, the same stadium, those 5 instances. So I just pray that the young man gets well. The power of God is strong, and I believe in it. And the whole country's praying for that young man.
And so, everybody's paying attention. Everybody that's reading anything about what's going on, it doesn't even have to be football related. That news is all over the place.
Anything negative, Skip Bayless, I'm not paying attention to them clowns. I won't even address it because that's not important. What's important is this young man's health and safety. The hell with them and all that negative stuff.
Well,
Bayless, but Ronbo, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just saying because I was somebody on Twitter told me you need to reread what he said. He didn't say anything about the player. He just said that he denoted there was suddenly the football game is not relevant. I said, well, why didn't he start the sentence off like that? Bayless, because T.O. got all over him, right? The T.O. wants him fired.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, T.O. and a former NBA player, Dwight Howard. But Ronbo, you guys talking football. You guys should. You guys control your own destiny for the number 2 seed and possibly the number 1 seed. That's kind of out of your hands.
Yeah.
As long as you take care of business.
We're in position to win.
And Gene D, I'm going to give you the playoff scenario. This is how it is.
Because he doesn't know.
If Green Bay loses to Detroit and you lose and Seattle loses to the Rams, then Detroit is in. That's the only way Detroit can get in. Seattle and Green Bay have to lose, and Detroit plays Green Bay. If Green Bay wins, they're in, no matter what happens.
And you're out, Gene.
You're out, Gene. Yep.
Gene,
so they got a 33% chance.
Oh, that's not good. Gene, I've been where you've been. We sat one year and had to wait for scenarios to take place because it was out of our hands as to where we were going in the playoffs. And that was just actually last year. The Saints had to lose. Another situation, we had to beat the Rams, as we always do. And that was the only way we were going to get into the playoffs, and we got in as a wild card. Yeah. So, Gene.
But Ronbo, Seattle's Achilles heel. And remember we was talking about Cam Akers. He got his first 100-yard game. He was like, I still want out. If the Rams run Cam Akers and give him about 7 more carries, have 30 carries, Seattle can't stop the run. They didn't do it against us. They didn't do it against the Raiders. They didn't do it against y'all.
And since the Rams are already out of it, I'm actually a Rams fan. Hey, ready to go. Marketing pro. All you people.
Run the rock.
I'm supporting you guys this week. Go Rams.
Yep.
You'll never hear me say that again, but today it's go Rams.
And Gene in here talking trash again.
Oh,
Gene ain't got no conscience, does he?
No, he's in there saying all kind of weird things. You guys, Tony, when you get back in there, and hopefully you're not the last guy, so you just get in there and just work them. Ready to go. Look at you. Boy.
I asked Niner Empire earlier, Ronbo, I said, hey, Niner Empire, the name Gene D, what does the D stand for? You should have seen some of the responses. Oh,
hey, Gene, that's a good question, though. What does D stand for? You dumbass.
some people said dork, dumbass. Donkey.
Gee, I wouldn't put any initial up there besides D. That's just too many things you can do. I'm just kidding, Gene. You're not a dumbass. You are amusing, though.
Yes, sir. It's going to be interesting. The AFC, Jacksonville and Tennessee, winner take all for that 4th seed. They play each other.
Delusional.
New England can still get in, but I don't know if they're going to get in.
Let's not have
basically the AFC and the NFC are basically both conferences. That last playoff spot is being fought for, basically.
That's what I want to see? I want to see the Jags get it. I kind of like what I'm seeing with what they're doing.
Yeah.
Let's see what
they're
like
going to be better next year.
I know.
They're going to be better next. They're young.
More draft
Remember the Jags. spent a lot of money on free agency, more than anybody last year.
I know. They almost worked.
And they got Calvin Ridley for next year.
Well, Tony, we're going to go, and I tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow because we're talking as much football as we can before the playoffs. So just have a great night. Appreciate you getting in here. Now, that prayer was wonderful, Bam. Appreciate it. So we'll see you tomorrow. Sir. All right.
I'll see you tomorrow, Ronbo. And Ronbo, my man, you are the best in the business. You really are.
Thanks, Tony.
If you go global, I would love to come work for you on your production team.
Wow. Thanks, Tony. Appreciate that.
Take care, sir.
You too. Good night. And Rams, listen, I've been full support of your efforts this weekend. See if you can get in there and not blow it, okay? They're the Seahawks. They're in our division. Have some pride. Be a man, boys. Merrick.
Hey, Ronbo.
Yeah, Merrick. But Merrick, I can't tell you. Last season, I can't remember last season we had this much fun. It's been a while. Normally I'm wearing a nervous wreck going down the stretch. And this year, it's just peaches and cream up to this point. Yeah, we struggled a little against the Raiders, but we still got past them. That's the only thing that matters. Oh, God.
Well, we're peaking at the right time. We're not like the Eagles who started out hot and are starting to become cold.
I said that weeks ago. I said, the Eagles are just raising hell, aren't they? Remember Cam Newton and the Panthers years ago? They almost went undefeated. They were 16-0 as they went to play the Atlanta Falcons, right? Kyle Shanahan had just started getting the Atlanta Falcons up to speed, and they beat the Falcons, and the Falcons went into their playoffs 15 or 16-1. Is this 17 weeks out?
15 and 1. It was before the extra game.
Yeah, right. And I says, oh, and you know what happened to him in the Super Bowl, right? The Von Miller and company, all you could see was him just looking like piranha. If you jumped into the Amazon, they were just feeding on Newton the whole game. Newton, remember that Super Bowl was in our house. I was laughing my butt off. I said, Cam, look at God, they just took him down piece by piece. It was hilarious. And the turf sucked that year. That's right. That was brand new Levi Stadium, and there were little divots all over the field and everything else. God, what a year. But now,
yeah, I remember
better
that.
days. Here we go. Anyway, go ahead. What do you want? Anything you want to say about this is Victory Monday, carried on to Victory Tuesday, and anything you want to say about DeMar? Go right ahead.
Well, it definitely sucks for DeMar. I've seen a lot of athletes, especially in soccer, just start collapsing randomly. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, we're going to have to get more information on this. I'm sure they're going to conduct and I don't know what they're going to let out to the public. We'll find out later because it's very frightening.
He got to the hospital and they had to revive him a second time, which is pretty scary.
Twice paramedics. I don't know what kind of paramedic team we're talking about here. They resuscitated him twice on the field, and then they rushed him to the University of Cincinnati or whatever hospital that was.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Definitely props to the medical team because I've done CPR before and it can be very stressful.
Oh, I imagine. So he's being watched from greater powers. Because, it's not your time. It's not your time. Please not be DeMar's time. But anyway, what do you want to say about that game?
Yeah. As for the Niner game, I do think it was a good test to show what metal the Niners are made of. We fell into a 10-point hole and we came out swinging to get back. We didn't just fold like a lawn chair.
Mm-hmm. And Purdy
looked
confident.
I don't think every team's going to be slinging it. Not every team has a Devontae Adams who's just going to catch everything that you throw at him.
Everybody doesn't have a Devontae Adams. That's why I keep trying to reassure people. Listen, Devontae Adams is not only all pro, that guy's all world, okay? And then he's got Darren Waller over there. Those guys, between the two of those guys, they can take a team apart. I don't know why Derek couldn't do any better than he did with those two. And you got Renfro that's having a great year as well. And Jacobs is my God, he's a good running back. Even Nick told everybody, why are you guys not able to win games? It's amazing. And that's why when you got Rams
because their
fans,
defense is so bad.
I know, but they should be able to win shootouts. That's why when Baker Mayfield beat them with that one play, how the hell do you beat that team like that? I just think they got too much talent.
They've had 5 losses now, choking away a 10-point or more lead. That's what happens when you have a horrible defense.
I know, right? They did it again with us. That's true. So.
Yeah. My question to you, Ronbo, is who would you rather play if we stay the number 2 seed, the Lions, Packers, or Seahawks?
I was hoping you were going to say the Cowboys. Lions, Packers, Seahawks. You know?
Because if we stay the 2 seed, we're going to play one of those 3.
I actually don't want anything to do with the Lions. There's something really that really bothers me about that team. So it would be between the Seahawks and what was the third choice? Seahawks and Packers. Between the Seahawks and Packers.
Lions and Packers.
Yeah, Seahawks. And the Packers. I love playing the Packers because of the fact that I think we're in Aaron Donald's head. I mean, Aaron Rodgers' head. I don't think he can beat the 49ers anymore. I think he'll go in. He'll tighten up. There's something mentally he will tighten up. He doesn't want to be bothered with the 49ers pass rush. And even with Devontae, I don't care what kind of receiving group he has right now. We're not the same charging bunch we were back in 2019, but it's still adequate enough to get past that offensive line they're trying to play with in Green Bay. And this time they got to come to us. We're not going to have to go fight in that refrigerator to beat them.
Yeah, I'd personally rather play in order the Packers and the Lions, and I want to play the Seahawks least because last time we had to play a team three times, we lost them that third time. So
I'm worried about that too.
I don't really want to play a third time.
I think they'll beat them worse the third time they did this because I think who was that Brock that beat him? And didn't he have? That's when he had oblique issues.
Brock beat him in the clink.
Yeah, and his oblique was I think still sore. I think he's healed up now, and he's seen them once. And you already went against what's his name through his best effort to stop Brock. He's not gonna be. It's not about stopping Brock. It's about stopping Brock from getting the ball into his playmaker's hands. He does that very well, So I'd like to play the Seahawks. Well, yeah, okay, I'll flip a coin. Seahawks or. Yeah, I still want to beat Aaron first, though. I'd like to see the Seahawks say goodbye in a championship. NFCCG. Oh, God, I love it. If they could get past it, they're not getting out of the wild card. They're not going to make it, Merrick. It's not going to happen.
No, I don't. All right, Ronbo, my final question, I know we're probably running short on time, is do you think the Giants can beat the Eagles?
My immediate response is absolutely not, but I hope. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. Weird stuff happens in divisional games.
I know, right? We'll see. I hope the Giants come with their game face on and be serious about that. At least play the spoiler role. They're already in. The Giants are number 6 seed, right?
Yeah, they clinched the 6th spot. It's just the 7th spot's up for grabs.
Does that mean? Oh, Washington's not in. Does the NFC East have every one of their people in the playoffs? Almost. All right.
No, Washington got eliminated when the Packers won.
Merrick, we'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Have a great night. Good questions. I love it.
All right. All right. See ya.
I forgot about the poor Washington team. All right. Hey, Jay, get it here, you comedian.
Hello?
And that's down. Jay just driving down in a residential area too. JJ.
Wow, Rami, you give me no credit, man.
I just know you're ruthless. Anybody that picks on the big show like you do would drive not only down a residential area, you would find the first school district you find and just honk at the children, even if you don't, I know you wouldn't hit them, but you'd stand there quietly, and as soon as they walk across the street, like some drivers used to do to me when I was a kid and others, that horn is the loudest horn on the planet. honk. Oh, you know, okay, if you're 9, 10 years old, you're just like spazzing out because that horn is so loud. Then we know it. That's why we still love it. Ooga, ooga. Anytime he's a truck driver, so he'd hit that horn.
Yeah.
But
Oh man.
JJ, what's on your mind tonight? You know, we're still having our celebration a little late here, but you know, due to the situation. Go ahead.
Yeah, first I wanted to, you know, give a little prayer out to all of them really sad Raider fans. I know I got to go on that first, but all honesty though, I have to take a full second and give a shout out to the whole faithful. Even though I hate some of y'all, you guys have showed amazing love and a lot of class and to our fellow brother in humanity. Seriously. And all prayers out to number 3, you know, DeMar and his family. I can't back up what Tony said. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, it's not just us either. It's just because I'm surrounded by faithfuls all, you know, so I see the love that everybody, it's more than a game. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody's life. It's on the line. I saw the video. It is pretty scary.
It is frightening.
I'm saying, so life is very short. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's pretty
We're
short.
fragile. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, it is what it is. I love how the entire NFL is just, the fan base is amazing. Seriously, the Bengals, you guys were awesome. It was in their stadium.
Oh, they took
and all
real
of them
good
were
care
still,
of them too. Yeah. Hey,
yeah, so
salute to their paramedic team. Those guys got talent.
Yeah, exactly. Not only that, I mean, somebody could learn from this is the Seahawks fan base. You know what I'm saying? They went like you think we forgot what you did to Navarro?
Yeah,
Come on, man.
you know, you don't throw things at a guy being carted off the field, you wimps. You know, that's why I'm glad we swept
Even
you
though
guys.
That's why, I mean, I'm not comparing it at all, but you can learn a thing or two.
But
I mean,
compassion we're
that's what it
talking
comes down
here,
to.
you know? The NFL is, even though we're at each other, we're still one big family. I don't want to see anybody get seriously hurt. I mean, that freaked me out watching DeMar drop like that. Whoa.
Yeah, it hit my heart, Ronbo. It really did. I was like, man, that's scary. Anyways, well,
you know, when
praise
I
out to
see
their family.
Stephon and Josh in tears, I had to fight. You know, still some water got away, but I said, oh my God, this is just too much. We ain't doing no show tonight. This is just, oh my God.
Anyway, yeah, so with that said, Raider fans, damn, y'all got the ugliest fans ever. Man, Robert, I swear, I must have seen at least 7 Caitlyn Jenners in that crowd. Man, oh man.
Hey, JJ, I got to speak highly of one, though. I think that lady may have been from San Francisco. The lady that stood up with the white dress on that was cut far too low, Stidham threw that ball a little high on that throw, and I noticed he was looking in that direction. I want to thank that lady. I think she's probably going to be a 49er fan. It's her timing to stand up was perfect. Stidham looked up there. Oh. Hey. What? Oh. I'm okay.
Oh, man.
That was his worst pass of the night.
No, but, man, I got to say, because I wasn't sold on Cap until the Packers game. Just like Jimmy, I wasn't truly sold until he went toe-to-toe and went in a shootout with first ballot Hall of Famer at the Saints game. And now this one, Purdy is it, dude. At this last game, I was sold. Poised, calm, collective, move the chains constantly.
Absolutely. Never came undone. Stay within himself.
I'm loving it.
He's going to get better. Remember, JJ, he's only played 5 games at this level. He was sitting on running things from the scout team. What?
And you know what's crazy, Romo? All of this is without Debo.
Oh.
I'm loving it. Mickey D's, baby. I'm loving it.
He's fighting.
But I gotta agree with Beham though. I mean, Shanahan, you gotta get Mason out there. That boy is bad. That guy is finding the holes. He's moving it.
Kyle does not like rookies. He's stuck. He had no choice with Brock, but you know he didn't want Brock out there any sooner than he had to. And in running backs, he's always doing this. I remember last year, Trey Sermon, Sermon couldn't buy time, but then we found out Trey was really not that good. But Jordan Mason is good. Let him play.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand the fumbles. They are scary, but Mason hasn't knocked one out yet at all, knock on wood. But he's finding the holes. He's fast. He's tough.
Yeah.
I'm liking this kid. Not only that, but Mitchell coming back soon. I mean,
this
we're all scared. We were all scared about McCaffrey at first because he was injury prone. That's why I'm like, please stay up. Please stay up.
Hey,
kid,
JJ.
like, I don't want him getting the ball every damn snap.
JJ, did you notice McCaffrey? He could hold a class with all our running backs on how to take contact and how to hit the surface. He goes through that. I noticed he does the same thing when he goes down. He sort of turns himself into a ball.
Yeah.
As he goes down, protects the ball, protects himself. The guy's brilliant. We're lucky we got him. Rams, I know you wanted him. You didn't need him, you know.
But what I love too, Ronbo, is that Mitchell is the same way. He's pretty smart. He's finding the holes on stuff. He knows how to protect the ball.
I want him to work with McCaffrey on how to hit the surface, though. When you're getting hit, you got to go into a certain thing when you go down. Don't take full impacts and get your leg. I don't know how his knees keep. Are they hitting his knees or is he coming down on his knees? I'm not sure. But he's got. I want him to take McCaffrey to teach him, give him a few minutes lessons each and every workout. Anyway, JJ, always fun to talk to you. But I'll be back tomorrow. How about that? I'll be looking for you.
Yeah. I want to give one more congrats out to the Rams on the new NFL record for the worst team record after a Super Bowl. Y'all some hoes. Omar, if you listen, you owe me $50.
Ho, 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 and a bottle of rum. Hey, JJ, I'll drink to that.
Kudos to you to making me the last caller again, Ronbo. I love it.
They wouldn't leave us alone all offseason long. Running up and down, just saying anything they please in that chat. We had to sit here and take it because we were the team that they got past to get to the Super Bowl. Now look at you. You're setting records for being bad. Oh, it doesn't
I'm still blaming Quasky Tart. Quasky Tart. I've had Rams fans admit it. If he hadn't caught that ball, we wouldn't have gone to Super Bowl.
Momentum wouldn't have swung. They wouldn't have got the ball back. We might have scored on that because there's no telling how far Quasky's going to run. Okay, it's too late. Anyway, JJ, I said, by the way, Big Show says you almost ran over him as well.
Big Show wanted me to ask you, guess who won fantasy this year? Nobody cares, Show. Big deal.
I guess I can
first time he won.
Congratulations, Show. I don't care what JJ says. You did a good job. JJ, I'll see you tomorrow.
What a schmuck. All right, bud. Have a good one, bud.
JJ, you referred to this as a schmuck? I didn't even know you were Jewish.
What? Oh, my gosh, Ronbo. You're looking at racist Ronbo again. I'm out of here.
All my Jewish friends call me that. They're the only ones. Putz, just it. Another one. Oh, God. Anyway, if you didn't know what a schmuck is, I can't tell you on the air.
Oh, my God.
Good night, JJ. We just did Big Show. I was repeating. He was talking to JJ with that. KC.
Yeah, man.
Casey, ask me what Brunskill's ever did good. Great.
Yeah, man. What's my boy got against Brunskill, man?
Brunskill had a key block. He sprung McCaffrey, and McCaffrey waited for his big man to come through there and clean house. That was the most awesome thing I've seen this year. McCaffrey stands there, feet still moving. Here comes Brunskill. Oh! Brunskill clears a path, and there goes McCaffrey. I said, wow, I've never seen anybody do that.
You know, Ronbo,
whoa!
You know what's so funny? You know what's so funny to me about that whole joke about Brunskill and what Big Show says is like, you're just never gonna hear Brunskill at the podium, you know? Like you're never gonna see a special pregame with interviewing Brunskill where he's talking about the haters and.
I want to see Brunskill at the podium so bad. Him and Mike McGlinchey both holding the trophy. Hey, you know what? We're the most badly talked about guys on this franchise. But who's laughing now? Give me a hand. They're going to be fine. Well, I'd be laying on the floor in tears laughing so hard. Brunskill and McGlinchey, they're having their moment. KC. You know. Also, hey, Mike, Tony, down in Australia. Who else is always working? Michael McGlinchey. We got a bunch of people that do not appreciate Michael McGlinchey's existence, and Brunskill gets a mention at least. But Casey, you're the worst. I'm calling you first.
Oh man, I just I don't go too hard on the offensive line, man. They got a tough job, and
they really do. They really do.
Yeah, I mean,
they got to deal with premier edge rushers every week, and every team's picking up two now, not just one.
Plus, it takes a lot for an offensive lineman to really stand out. You got to be like that Dolphins. Richie Incognito, you got to like kill someone on the field.
I wanted him. I wanted him on our team. I said, you know what? I don't want our team hanging around with Richie. I want him to have his own isolated position in the locker room. Don't talk to him. Maybe keep Richie in a room and open the door and let him out during the game. After the game, wait till Richie gets through, guys, and then we'll all go in. You know, because there's something wrong with Richie Incognito. He plays mean, nasty football, and I like that. But otherwise, God, Jesus, what's wrong with him?
Well, Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about Richie Incognito. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers. And,
he scarred me for life.
Yeah, man. And man, shout out to Tony for the very wise words.
Yeah.
A wonderful prayer that Tony said. That was wonderful, man. I've never seen CPR administered in a game before, and I'm sure a lot of people have never seen CPR before. And
don't wish to see it again. You know, I mean, that's
man. Yeah. I mean, Ronbo, I watched my mom get CPR. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago. So
Casey.
Yeah, man.
That must have been a frightening experience. Wow.
Yeah, man. And yeah. So it's something else, man.
No.
But
that's
hopefully, on a side note, Ronbo, I had the Bengals in the under, so I mean, if they cancel that game, you know what I mean, it's okay. But
yeah, I am curious as to what they're going to do. You know, every game impacts the seeding. What do you do? Maybe you could run a computer version.
I just do 2 games on Thursday night or something. Who knows? But.
Yeah, but Sundays. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna extend the season. Wild card Monday this year. The season's gonna have to get extended a week.
They should just make it the AFC Championship and just because I mean we already know the AFC's not winning the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? They should just make that
because they're too stacked. I really want to think about how do you play that game is pivotal for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, it's a crazy experience, It's really an unprecedented thing that happened, so.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That is unprecedented. Wow. Anyway,
the time
talk
of
a little
the
bit
game
about
is
our
always going
team
to stick
and
in my
what
mind
they
too,
did to the
man.
Raiders. I'm sorry, what would you say?
No, the time of that 5:58 mark is always going to stick out to me now too, because I'm watching the game and I'm like, man, 5:58, what the hell is going on? And then I found out, So.
Yeah, that was early. That was first quarter, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
should I talk about the Raiders? What would you say? Something about the?
Yeah,
they're trying to make them angry. What happened?
Yeah, beating them and leaving there and getting the hell out of Vegas with a win, so they can't say y'all better be glad we ain't still in the Bay. We'd be telling you right now who owned this place. And look, before y'all start owning this MF, like I know you're getting ready to say, know this. That would be one game and how many times? You guys always act like every game you win counts for thousands of times. And when we win one, it don't mean nothing.
Hey, you know what though? It was a great game, man. And,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, I had no idea the Raiders offensive line was like, could do that. But
I know, right?
Yeah, Jared Stidham played like his life was on the line. You know what I mean? That was pretty crazy, man. I mean, shit.
Stidham's playing for a starting spot, and he knows
Nick Bosa had no tackles, no sacks, nothing. But he had a lot of pressures. He really showed up on the pressures. He forced 2 interceptions, right? So.
And the key interception he forced too. So Bosa still put his fingerprints on that game, on that win.
Yeah, it's crazy. They need to make a pressure stat that shows up on stat lines.
Well, listen, we got out of there. That's all I wanted was a win. I know at
Yeah.
the point that we had to come from behind, I was through with a blowout. So, just winning is, I'm fine. Your boy Robbie Gold almost blew it. But, Robbie came back and redeemed himself.
I know, Ronbo. I've come to expect nothing from anyone. You know what I mean? I just.
Casey's always
It's a tough job, Ronbo. Have you ever tried to kick a 30-yard field goal?
I don't know.
It's a tough job, man.
They kept showing him warming up over there on the sideline. He looked like he was ready. Came in with his game face as usual. Wide right.
Yeah, no, and then the 40-yard field goal. I mean, 50, 60. They got guys hitting from 70 plus now. I mean, it's.
Oh, that dude, the Nordic.
You gotta really look. You got to really know how to swing a leg, man.
That guy's good. Euro kickers are. See, all they have to do is accuracy because that's what they do. They're playing soccer all their life, or world football, I call it now, just not to piss them off.
Yeah.
Why do you guys call your game football? We play football. You guys use your hands and everything else. You're right.
Well, Ronbo, I'm not here to talk about Robbie Gould. I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers. And
we're done. We're through anyway. Listen, you come back tomorrow. Well, I promise you, we're not going to talk about anything but San Francisco 49ers, all right? Casey!
Sounds good, Ronbo. And hey, shout out to the Cardinal fans that never make a peep. You know what I'm saying, Ronbo? And shout out to my man, Dan Brunskill. God damn it, Ronbo. I love you, Brunskill. You're a good player, man. It's a tough job.
Don't try to clean it up.
No
you
one ever
are marked for life for being a Brunskill maniac. Good night, Casey.
I just think he's got a great name, and he's a very tough player. I think he fits the team great. So
I'm keeping him. We're signing him to extend his contract. Good night, Casey.
Yeah, he's got a good life, man. I'd love to be Dan Brunskill for a day. Who the hell's talking shit about Dan Brunskill, man? Who are you, Big Show? Oh my God.
Casey, I gotta go. Good night.
All right, Ronbo. Later, man.
Oh God. They didn't have fun. We got certain players on this team who just always provide entertainment. And bringing the TNT Slayer himself, it's Hayden. Hayden.
Hey, Ronbo.
Hey, did you figure out the Zoom situation yet?
Wait, what happened?
Yeah, I remember you wrote me a note asking how to tap into the Zoom. That was you, I think.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I figured it out.
You got it now? Okay. You're not zooming in, though. I was looking forward to that.
No.
Say, you used to zoom in all the time. I used to get kicked out of that because
you gotta wait one more day.
Okay, because the entire TNT crew, every time you come in, you would light up the entire chat. Here he comes, and then they start.
Before I talk Niners, Ronbo.
Yes, please address. I know what you're gonna do. Go right ahead.
I know. So basically, like when two got injured, right, or had the concussion, what is it the NFL and replaying the injury? I was watching Monday Night Football, and they love replay. Dude, why are you replaying a guy falling on the ground? I'm sorry, dude.
Every media does that. That's impact on the audience.
In the game, you know how they show the replays, like through the plays. Dude, don't show a guy falling on the ground over and over and over.
I mean,
he has a family, dude. Anyways,
it's always in bad taste. I've seen that all my life watching football. Ever since they've had the replay, they do
it's
that.
Like how they were replaying Tua's fingers and his face. Like, come on, dude.
It's like you got to turn your face away because it just kills you to watch that. But they do that all the time. That's so tasteless.
Pray for number 3, DeMar, man. That's sad, especially Tre'Davious White and Joshua Wild. Anyways, that is.
Oh, you know.
Okay, so on the Niners game, listen. Remember when I was like, "Oh yeah, 33-10." Oh,
I know, right? We all ate crow on that. Yeah.
But you know what was weird, Ronbo? I was gonna text you something on Instagram. I kind of felt like a weird. I don't know, like. The morning of the game, I thought I don't know, something feels fishy. And then I was like,
before the game's okay.
Yeah. Like at 10 a.m. when I woke up, I was like, oh, you're just overthinking it. And then the game happened. And I was like, oh God.
We were in trouble from the first series, Hayden. They walked right down the field and scored on us immediately.
Remember the one thing I said to you though that I'm worried about, and you said because I kind of contradicted myself because I said, "Oh, we don't have to worry about Stidham," but I am worried about Huafunga. Dude,
One or
that
the
guy
other.
needs
To
to
worry about both
touchdowns, bro. Oh my god,
you know,
it's crazy because now, okay, in the first half of the season, he would play great, but he would always give up that one big play, and now he's not getting that big interception. So now all you see is the touchdown, and he's not getting that big play back to like even it out. So
but
that's
Hayden,
the problem. So
let me ask you this:
really work on his
do you
effort.
want him to cut back on that aggression? I want him to stay aggressive, though. I wish he just.
I want him to stay aggressive, but just like a little bit, because he misses a lot of tackles. Just like he'll he's like a bull when he sees like the red. He's like, oh, I need to go as fast as like no, it's just can't. I don't know.
I'm hoping it's a learning experience, and by the end of the season, I'm just hoping that
people, not everybody, but a lot of like reporters when we got McCaffrey, oh, he's gonna get injured in a week, and it's just funny laughing at that when he goes for 100+ yards.
We still got another game or two to go, though. So hopefully, Chris, his ankle's hurting.
I'm just saying, like right now.
Yeah. Well, his ankle is hurt. He's day to day now, and if he's still hurting on this last game, forget it.
And they say, oh, Mitchell's coming back. He's gonna get hurt again, Ronbo. He's another one of those, Ronbo, where it's a great player, never healthy.
And you're right. He is really good. Damn it, we just can't keep him
upright.
One
thing I want to say about Brock Purdy, and everyone's like, oh, well, if we win a Super Bowl, there's going to be a big – no, if we win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, he's our quarterback. I don't give a damn about Jimmy Garoppolo.
He'll have won.
Well, no,
he'll have won that.
Sit on the bench for another couple of years. Because Brock Purdy, if he wins the Super Bowl, he's our quarterback.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Well, obviously, the job is won.
How could he even – some callers I heard say, oh, well, it's going to be a real interesting – no, it's not. If we win the Super Bowl with Brock Purdy, he's our quarterback.
Yeah.
It's like if Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl and in the meeting, like a couple months later when they're having the OTs and all the meetings, they're like, hey, Brock, hey, I know you won us the Super Bowl, but hey, Trey Lance is the guy. No. If that happens, Ronbo, I'm going to be very disappointed in Kyle Shanahan.
You win the Super Bowl as a rookie. Kyle Shanahan is not about to make
Ronbo, there will be movies made about him, Ronbo.
Yeah. No, he'll have won the job out.
It's like
Jimmy will be.
It's like another Rudy, Ronbo.
Jimmy will be in Miami. And Trey will go into learning.
Ronbo, like six times I saw in the game where Jimmy Garoppolo would have got sacked, frankly, and Trey Lance. Because Trey Lance he needs to get into that like third gear, like when he doesn't. I don't know if he hesitates, but like there's like 5 or 6 times, or 2 other quarterbacks we had would have got sacked.
I
don't know, man.
It's hard to anticipate a sack, though.
I'm not saying like
Jimmy might have got rid of the ball faster, and Trey might have ran right past the sack. Yeah, they've all got talents. There's no need to decide who gets sacked. Everybody thinks people would get sacked.
Or Jimmy Garoppolo would have got. No, but the play that everyone keeps talking about the George Kittle touchdown, which is a great play, but when he threw to McCaffrey and McCaffrey ran for like 40 yards, and it was like a short little 5-yard screen, and he had pressure right in his face. So like, the moment he had the ball, I don't know how this guy does it. He won't even look at it's like against last week, the first play of the game, he wasn't even looking that way, and he had to like sidearm it and threw it to Ayuk for 9 yards. I don't know how
he's got talents that
he's got talents
that other GMs around the league are kicking himself. Hey, we're going to run out of time though. Let me. We'll be back tomorrow though, and let's do some more.
Yeah, we're going to beat the Cardinals. Our defense is going to make a statement, Ronbo, that's for sure.
Yeah, because you got to be a little burnt up about this week. So yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great night, Hayden. Appreciate you getting in here. You know this, and try to help me get that Zoom situation in. Okay, we'll see you. We'll see you next time. All right.
All right, Zoom, Ronbo.
You'll get it. It's easy, and especially for you. All right. Hey, night. All right, let's get Luis, because I'm running out of gas. How long have we been here so far? Hey, Luis.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
What's up, Ronbo? How you doing?
Doing all right. You know, as long as we're winning games, you know, everything's right. And we're doing better.
Yeah.
And Luis, go ahead, because you know what? I'm ecstatic. As I said all night, swept the Rams, swept the Hawks, about to sweep the complete division, and add the Raiders as a victory too. Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. Go ahead, Luis. Talk about DeMar
right
if you
now,
want to
Ronbo.
say anything about him and also the game.
Yeah, thanks for squeezing me in here at the end. But yeah, it's my first time calling in. I've been a long-time listener. I love your show.
Oh, thanks, Luis.
Yeah, I'm a paramedic in San Francisco. So when I saw that hit last night, I immediately thought that's commotio cordis. If you've ever heard of it.
No.
I don't know if anybody's talked about it tonight, but it happens usually a lot to teenagers or young players in high school, 8 to 18 years old normally. So you don't see it a lot in the NFL, but when they take hits like that to the chest at the perfect time during a specific part of the heartbeat, it can cause cardiac arrest. So that's probably what happened. I mean, that's why it's so rare. He's a young guy. He's only 24, but to see that live, I just immediately knew what it was because you know we study it in school, and I mean it's crazy, but you know I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his family. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. The fact that they started CPR right away was a big deal, and the fact that they got his heartbeat back on the field is the exact thing that they should have did. If they would have transported him right away, it would have been a bad move.
He wouldn't have made it up. Did they have
he wouldn't
what is
have
it
made
called, defibrillator? Did they pull that out? Did they go to that length too?
From what I heard, yeah, that's normally how it goes with CPR. They'll hook up the pads for the defibrillator. They'll do 2 minutes of CPR, and then they'll see if they have a shockable rhythm. And if they do, then they'll shock them. And what happens with the defibrillator is a lot of people think, you know, that it's you know, you're gonna restart the heart, but actually what it does is it stops the heart. So first you have to actually get a heartbeat back. So it was a really good move that they were able to start CPR and get that heartbeat back before, and then they were able to probably shock him back into a normal rhythm. So that's good news. But the fact that he was out for however long he was, he might be looking at some severe brain damage. Yeah. So, you know, I feel bad for him. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. But, you know, it's a very serious thing that happened. And even though he's, you know, back and, you know, he's probably not going to be 100% for a good long while, if that. But to get back to the 49ers, Ronbo, you know, it's an exciting year. Brock Purdy's looking amazing. It's just seeing what a rookie can do, and the fact that he's so poised in the pocket and able to roll out and
that's the thing.
You know, do what he does at such a young age. He's got all that experience from 4 years in college. It's pretty exciting to see what we have. You know, we finally have a quarterback that can actually make plays on his own, and he's throwing dimes all day. So I love hearing people talk and give him all the excuses in the world, saying he's got an amazing offensive line and all the weapons and the best defense in the league. But this guy's making plays like you wouldn't believe, and you're just all day long they're giving him excuses.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy's special. I want to be the first to call it out and say this guy could be our quarterback of the future. So, I mean, I know we have Trey Lance. I know we paid a lot in draft picks, but this guy could be the real deal. And it's been a long time since the 49ers have had a competent quarterback. You know, we had Garoppolo, but we all know that story, so we don't need to go there. But
well, you know,
Brock is special. He's got us all excited.
Shanahan's still going to say, though, even though they're going to have that two guys situation next year, Shanahan's still going to say we're going to go with the guy that gives us the best chance to win. So, you know, even if they do run competition, Trey is now behind on his learning. He's got some things he's got to work on. If Brock goes all the way, clearly that he's in position. He's in the driver's seat. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think if Brock gets us a title, then he gets to start next year. Otherwise, it's just going to be a competition.
Oh, it's going to be a PR nightmare. And then you're not going to just unseat him and say, well, we're going to go back. No, you can't. He won the job.
Yeah, another thing I was
was going to say also is, as all those people saying that McCaffrey was a bad trade, I was like, come on, man. Like, you got to know who this guy is. He's not just a running back. He's something special. He's like probably one of the best playmakers in the league.
Yeah,
and the fact that we landed him regardless of injury history, I mean, since we picked him up, he's been the difference maker for our team, along with, all our players doing well.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, man. I'm feeling a Super Bowl this year for the first time in a while. I mean, last year was a heartbreaker, but this is a great team where we almost don't have any weak spots. We're getting healthy. I don't see who's going to stop us. And who knows? We may get lucky and maybe Philly loses this week, and we'll see how we do against the Cardinals. We all know how that's going to go, but we don't need to say anything.
I know, right?
Because
I said too much against the Raiders. So I said, really did.
Yep.
A lot of us did.
I had a heart attack.
Came that close to
losing. I had a heart
losing
attack,
that.
but we pulled it out.
Yeah, well, and that shows character,
Hey.
Luis. That shows character. That we went and got behind in not our home stadium, theirs, and they had enough people there to make some noise. I mean, that's just – this team's got character. The stars are lining up. I really feel this one. So
that game was entertainment against the Raiders, though. We got to be happy with how we played, even though it was, we finally got to see Brock play from behind and prove himself a little bit. Those are the best games to watch when it's not in the bag and you got to play it all the way down to the wire. That's what we live for as Niner fans, right?
Absolutely. Luis, appreciate it. And great to meet you there. And I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk some more.
Yeah, I'll call in more often.
All right, Luis.
So, appreciate the talk. And thanks for doing the show, Ronbo. I really appreciate it. I get a lot of enjoyment out of listening in.
Oh, thanks. And I tell you what, we really appreciate that explanation. It further clears up some thoughts as to what happened out there, so we don't have to speculate on a lot of crazy things. All right.
Yeah, if you guys want to Google it, look it up, commotio cordis. You can see plenty of videos. It's exactly the same thing that just happened on the field. So, I mean, it's a scary thing, but it's real.
There it is. All right, fam. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Happy New Year, by the way.
You too, Ronbo.
Thanks, Luis.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. And there's a big show who claims Jimmy will most likely be a Jet. That's the thing. If I'm going to bet, though, I think something to how many times can you get a concussion before somebody finally says, listen, you get one more concussion and it could be life-threatening. So we're just going to tell you that. We've already told your owner. I think they're going to make an adjustment. Your life is more important than the game of football. And, and Ian Rappaport's already said that DeMar has probably played his last game of football too. You can't have those kind of injuries. Anything to do. What is that? You can't have anything that's in any way can your body take another shot, because now you're down to your last shot. You got your warning shot, and then the next shot could be the one to take you out. Football's a wonderful game, but it's not worth your life, right? Would you feel so sorry for players that worked all their life? This is what they worked to become, and then all of a sudden, it being a violent game, the tables the rug's just pulled out from underneath them, and all of a sudden they've got to find another lifestyle. That bothers me so bad. Poor guys. Oh, it's just so unfortunate. So, fam, don't ever take those guys for granted. And when they come in asking for more money, we need to stop. Just stop. Whatever they're asking for, it's not enough. They deserve it. And Big Show, and I think Jimmy ends up in Miami for that reason. The Jets got Mike White. Everybody over there likes him. He stays there. But McDaniels is going to fight tooth and nail to get Jimmy. Almost guaranteed. Watch. I can see it already. And Jimmy will make his offense go. And McDaniels probably going to be just like he is with Tua. Let Jimmy cook. What we don't know about is all we see. Everybody thinks, Jimmy's limited. He can't do this. He can't do that. I saw when he was in New England. That's why I was so delighted when he came to San Francisco. That dude can play. But he is also a guy apparently that follows directions. And when Kyle says, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. So I'd like to see him in Tua's offense throwing that ball all over the field. That'd be interesting. Anyway, good luck to him. Better luck for us, though. Fam, I will be back tomorrow. And let's talk some more 49er football. Thanks for the contribution, fam. Please and thank you. Really do appreciate it. Subscribe. We have this kind of fun all the time. Besides, you have Jane D from the Hawks to kick around. You got Ready to Go, who's all of a sudden decided to make his appearances a little more regular. Jimmy Everett. It goes on. The list goes on of guys to work on. Raider Carlos made an appearance today. Carlos, how you doing, babe? Texas, why didn't mean to disrespect you? Say hi to Texas boy, guys.